And away we go. Cubs and White Sox watch along here on CHGO. Cubs have taken the series, split it yesterday with the White Sox, looking to take 5 out of 6 against the White Sox here in 2025. We got Sean here. We got Joey here. Cubs are represented. White Sox are represented. Let's get it started. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? It's the CHGO Cubs and White Sox watch along here on CHGO. Welcome in, guys. We're one batter in already. Michael Busch striking out, looking against Grant Taylor, the opener for the White Sox, but happy to be here today alongside you. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Joey, Sean, and Luke and myself ready to take you through the 6th and final game of the series between these two old rivals, clubs. It's been pretty much all Cubs this season, but you know, Friday went to the White Sox. Yesterday goes to the Cubs. Cubs obviously in need of a win here. Grant Taylor, though, looking good to start for the White Sox. He's going to be the opener today, and we're going to expect Sean Burke to get the majority of the innings here coming up for the White Sox on the south side. So, guys, what's happening today? What are we happy Sunday?
Grant Taylor has thrown 6 pitches, now 7, and 5 of them have been the best pitches I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. No exaggerating, huh?
We are off to a good start. And the fact that they're even putting his name in trade rumors is making me disgusted and sick.
Yeah, why would they do that?
Because he is a reliever.
He's already
can't start.
He's already got eyes.
Because he could do this for about 20 pitches. Oh, that's
people want what they can't have. That's a gapper, folks.
Yeah.
So there goes his value.
I mean, also, there goes up Kyle Tucker's value.
This is my first time watching Grant Taylor, and that first at-bat was pretty filthy. 100 outside, a lot of movement with the fastball, and then the breaking ball in on the hands. Even Michael Busch kind of looked like, what the hell was that?
And my favorite thing about Grant Taylor is I have no idea what breaking ball that was. I have no idea if that's a slider at 87 or a curveball at 88, because like he could throw a curveball that fast. And that was the one thing that he really hasn't been able to do this year is find comfort in any breaking ball. He's really only thrown 4-seamers and cutters, so the fact that he was able to bust that off to Busch is really disgusting. I mean, throwing 99 right down the middle to Tucker will not work.
Seiya Suzuki's ice cold. He could use a nice. He hits righties really well. He could use a pickup here. I heard in the pregame show on the score on the way here 2 for his last 25. So
last night was interesting. I mean, if you didn't get a chance to check out the game, if you just looked at the box score, you thought the Cubs won comfortably. But I mean, it was 0-0 all the way through the first 5-6 innings. They scored finally in the 7th with the Happ home run and then the 2-run homer for Shaw. So, yeah, Seiya's definitely a guy, especially the last couple days, has not put together some great at-bats. He kind of does this, though, right? Like you're wondering, is today the day that maybe he breaks out of it a little bit?
Try to hit 98 on the hands.
My question for you from the Sox perspective with Grant Taylor is they're using him as an opener now. We've seen him in the closer role. We've seen him in the 7th and 8th. What do you prefer? Do you just like the matchups? Just lining him up matchup-wise.
I really have no idea what they're doing with Grant Taylor besides just getting him innings. So I don't care about how they use him as long as I get to watch him throw pitches like that.
Yep.
I mean, that's the thing with him is 2025 isn't about him being a closer, him being a starter. It's about him not getting injured. That's really the only thing that we've heard from Brian Bannister and Chris Getz is the reason he's up right now is because they can better maintain his durability. So when he looks this good, it seems like he clearly has a really good floor of being a reliever at worst.
he's a big dude.
He's not, though. He's only 6'3".
Really? He looks a lot taller than that.
He's 6'3", 210. He's 23. He was the same graduating or same team as Paul Skeens.
Okay.
So they're both on 2022 LSU's team.
Now, this is the matchup we want to see, right?
I
When
have
we were
no
seeing
idea
Grant Taylor as the opener, PCA versus Grant Taylor.
Dude, I had no idea who the Cubs lineup was. So you're like, this is the matchup we're waiting for.
I'm a White Sox fan. I'm
Wait a
not.
minute.
You had no idea who our lineup is. I don't even know who the names are on the Sox.
I didn't mean
No,
that in like a
I
bad
know,
way.
I
It's
know,
just
I'm
more
joking.
like, I know who PCA is.
I know there was a bunch of years where the Sox held on to the Crosstown Cup because they split. Did the Cubs win it last year?
I think
They
so.
did, yeah.
Okay.
They won
and
it,
It's
and I
been
think
decided,
it's
right?
been-
They'll be drinking from the Richard M. Daley chalice after the game.
Isn't it the BP Cup? Did you ever get to
They're
touch the
saying
BP
fair
Cup?
ball. Cubs are getting on the board here.
I was able to caress the
Oh, they're
BP
sending
Cup
him.
once.
Yeah, because Benintendi doesn't have an arm.
The Cubs
Doesn't seem like
Jesus Christ, that's why that guy shouldn't play
Wow.
left field.
The Cubs also yesterday with their win took the
51
all-time
point-
series lead yesterday.
Yeah.
So
like
overtook
76,
it.
75 or something.
Yeah,
silly.
it's in the 70s.
Yeah,
so.
I think they should.
51.8 mile per hour exit
The
velocity.
BB Cup has been lost because they don't have a sponsor for it anymore. I think they should go with the Richard M. Daley chalice or the Harold Washington Richard M. Daley Jane Byrne chalice.
Is
Ooh,
this
that's
not
a good idea.
Um,
See, somebody should come up with a good idea. Yeah, the
Chalice, and each person
it not
should pass it
Wintrust?
around.
how about the George
I don't
H.
know.
Hallis
Maybe they do.
chalice?
I think they have a corporate.
They do have a corporate
Yeah, I
sponsor.
think they have a corporate
Well, we
sponsor.
should have one. We should
Hear
have
me
the
out.
Richard M. Daley chalice. Whoever wins
Why do we have to
tonight-
make it after a mayor though?
Francois
Name it after
Dusable.
some. Yeah, let's name it after some
well,
cool Chicago.
former mayors?
Let's name who's the George Wendt Classic.
The
All
George,
right, I'll go for that.
The George Hallis chalice.
The Hallis Chalice?
Hallis
Hallis
I like the
Chalice.
Hallis
Nah,
Chalice.
now we
but
got
that
a
should
ring
be-
to it.
That should be like the
Send it up
Bears
top.
Cardinals rival.
I've never
we should
been
have
in-
more pro sports championship, like rivalry championships, like the Illini Buck.
Well, like
We
yeah,
should
big,
have a-
Big Ten
a-
rivalries. They always have some sort
Yeah.
of object that you're taking back to your campus and then parading in the lobby each and every single year.
Hallis Chalice.
That could be something.
I
with
just
Cubs
realized I'm in a different chair, not a different spot, a different
Yeah.
chair. I was like, why am I like so low? I feel like I'm sitting on the floor and like leaning back away
Relaxing.
from the show right now. What is this
You want to
thing?
switch?
No, it's fine.
That's one of those chairs from the
This is
spots
horrible.
where we sit out watching the game during. Hello to
the
everybody
chair
in the
money that
chat.
this company's raking in. I should be in some sort of Barca lounge.
That's the chair we give to all our wonderful former Bears NFL players, and they've sort of
well,
like
it feels like it. There's no
pressed it
padding
into the
left
ground
in
with their
it. No
muscles and
padding.
size.
Now, are we
Hello.
doing the hot dogs? Did you buy the hot dogs?
Bought the doggies.
Oh,
We got
yes.
onions. We got chopped onions. We got pickles. We are doing a barbecue here today at CHGO.
I only
for
brought
Cubs
one
Sox.
package of buns. Did you bring another package of buns?
I did not.
Okay, so we're going to be short on buns.
Wait.
probably.
Well,
We're
we're
doing
good, right?
we're doing a barbecue. I
Yeah.
didn't get the memo. I
Listen
went to
to this
Wendy's
guy.
before.
Listen,
this.
it's all right,
did?
Kevin. Every family has a freeloader. We know.
Oh my, come on, man.
House school.
I knew there was, and I didn't bring anything.
Oh.
I could go run and
Well,
get
then,
something.
Joey, we have plenty of buns.
Me and you are going to be doing.
All right, well, we'll split. I got a Wendy's salad, so everybody will get their greens.
Salad from Wendy's?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to eat healthy. It was a long
So
weekend.
you went to Wendy's?
Well, I mean, I was on the way here. Just quick little.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
got to get
Chicago's
yourself.
full
I had to
of
get here
frosty
on
and
time,
fries.
and
Chicago's full of food, man.
I can't hit Wendy's and not do a frosty and a fry.
Yeah,
I got
wanna-
fries,
I
too,
want to hear
but-
in the chat if people are hanging out watching the game. Are they eating some food? Are they grilling out today? It's Sunday. It's sticky.
what's up to
It's
Becky?
hot. The
What's up,
rain
Vince?
moved off. We
What's
got
up,
super
Evil
lucky.
Lex? Lots of people in the chat
This is
today.
the guy I tried to trade to the White Sox for Yohan Moncada a couple years ago.
Mr. Ian Happ. Nice to see him go yard last night.
Some-
Someone
bad
in
idea.
Discord wanted Happ gone yesterday.
Oh,
well,
that's
nice
always-
job.
Oh, it's usually a
Let's
DFA.
go.
They usually say DFA.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I love White Sox defense there, just
That
letting
was,
Pete
yeah,
Crow-Armstrong
PCA
just
just made the
walk.
White Sox look silly there. Holy
I mean,
smokes.
where's Colson even at?
Yikes.
He attempted.
He didn't know he was going
It wasn't
until
even a
literally he
top
was
tip.
almost standing on
Get
third.
out of there.
That'll end the inning, though.
That was disgusting.
Is that Pete's 30th? Are we getting close to? That's 28
Does
or
that even
29.
count as? Does that count as a stolen base?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
It should.
Is that just that's
I don't think they
defensive
have
indifference?
Yeah, they don't have third base indifference. I don't think.
Pete Crow, he is at 27 homers and 29.
That's pretty good.
Says
So
29?
he's almost at 30-30.
Okay.
Oh, he's getting 30 today. It was nice to see Ian Happ go yard last night. I had been kind of going down this really dark spiral with Ian Happ, just pulling up all these numbers since he came back May 20th from the oblique.
Why are you guys so worried? Is it
Because-
because he's injured? Because, I mean, the one thing that you've seen, especially from like Eugenio Suarez, is that I think veteran hitters who have like an 8-year career like this have shown you their baseline. I think once it gets to a postseason environment, you're going to at least see professional at-bats from Happ. Maybe you don't get the actual results you want, but he's a professional.
No, I hear you, but since he came back from an oblique injury, and I hate oblique injuries, hitting 187, I think over his last 180 at bats, his OBP's under 300. So I just think he's just in it right now. Like I'm not going to speculate. Mental, I'm hoping to God he's not holding back, hoping he doesn't hurt his oblique again. But again, I was just kind of getting a little worried that quietly under the radar, just Ian Happ just hasn't quite been himself. To your point, though, Ian Happ in August, career 060 OPS. Last year, 833. Year before that, 819. So August is usually a month when he eats. So I hear you on that. But again, I was walking down the path. Of spiraling just a little bit with Ian Happ.
Sean, can you do me a favor and can you host our post-game show tonight and tell everybody in the chat what you just said?
Oh, no, I'm good. I got my own post-game show. I host that one by myself.
Listen,
too.
man, Ian, the results have to be better for Ian Happ, but it seems like since we launched 3 years ago, it seems like we go through this consistent conversation of Ian Happ this, Ian Happ that. Yes, he's had a really rough month. It's not been a banner year for Ian Happ by any stretch of the imagination, but I keep seeing people on Twitter saying, trade him. One, he's got a no-trade clause. That's not going to happen. And two, who makes them better in the left field market unless you're getting Steven Kwan or something? He's already a good defender in left field, and he will get it going again. He should be one of the last pieces of concern that you have on this team right now. There's so many other holes to fill. Why get rid of Happ?
You could hide him in even 8th or 9th. I mean, the best 100%. Thing about him is the fact that he could switch from both sides, is the fact that he will always be able to get a good view of the hitter or the good view of the pitcher, no matter if it's a lefty or righty. So
yeah, the contact's not been there, but what you just said, I mean, he's still taking the most pitches on the team. He's still seeing no matter where he is in the lineup, he's still seeing things really well. So I don't know. My concern level for Ian is still low because he's been the same hitter the last 4 years. He'll end up 3.5 to 4 WAR, and that's where we'll be. You know?
What date did you give on the oblique?
He came back from his injury May 20th. So it's been a bit of a stretch. Hit 9 home runs in June.
Yeah, I mean, a
think that masks
217
a couple
BABIP.
issues.
I mean, that's a huge thing, too. I mean,
Sure.
a normal batting average on balls in play is like above 300. So, I mean, that's well below average. That's just kind of telling you that he's unlucky. I don't think that it's something that you should be waving a red flag at or anything like that. He's playing consistently, and, guys got to get through it. I mean, that's why there's 9 hitters.
Yeah, I hear you. It's just, as we're getting closer and this thing really starts to ramping up, I'm just rooting for him to get back to that baseline a little bit. Him going yard last night was really good to see. 2 strikes here on Ben Brown. Can he put him away?
Trivia question.
It's hard to put Talkman away.
How many seasons has a Cub player hit 30-30 or hit 30 homers and stole 30 bags?
None, right?
It's happened.
Sammy.
I
want to say
once then.
Can anyone name the years?
Soriano do it?
Nope.
Other than Sammy?
It's been twice, and it's been Sammy twice. Can you name the years?
2001.
No, I'm going to say 96 or 97.
95 and 93.
95, 93. And not Rhino?
No Rhino.
No Rhino? Yeah, because probably the
Yeah, he
30
came
bombs.
over and was a 30-30 player. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I always talk about the steroids when he was hitting 60 homers, but I mean,
That's unconfirmed.
well,
It's a good strikeout there from Ben
Here's
Brown
what I
on
got
the
for
hook.
chips.
Yeah, give us the lineup.
Bought Sun chips. Okay.
I can hold him.
Starting today.
Very good.
Sun chips.
Then I got French onion Sun chips.
Oh, man, a man of many
Again,
talents.
these are not one of
complain.
our sponsors. This is all out of my pocket.
I'm not going to complain. I do like the tomato, the red
yeah,
sun
no
chips.
thanks.
Oh, no
These
thanks.
are Dorito barbecue, which I tried recently.
Those
I
are
thought
good.
Those were good.
These are really good. The tangy BBQ.
And then I followed it up with a 4th bag, the party size sea salt vinegar kettle. chips.
That was my favorite. Good call, Luke.
really good choices.
When
That's
did we
what we
decide
have
we were
as
doing
well.
a barbecue, by the way? I feel bad that I didn't bring anything.
Well, it was all in the meeting, Kevin.
Joey brought it up to me. He
When
was
did
like,
we
"What
have
do you
the
like?"
meeting?
I love the
Joey
guys.
was-
I love the guys that
so
always pretend
when
like
did we
they
have the
didn't
meeting?
know.
To be very fair,
What?
I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary working at CHGO, which I'm very proud of. And I look at this grill out there, and I just haven't seen us utilize it yet. So in a moment of inspirato.
Watchalongs. This is our 3rd grill out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
used it a
well,
few
it's
times.
my,
Not
my
enough.
first one here. And it's just, I mean, not only a cool part of the gig, but if I can have a hot dog and watch Cubs Sox right now, which I had last night at the game. Oh, hello, Benny. We got a 2-1 game here.
Wow.
You can put on the board, yes.
Robin Ventura.
12. Hey, you want a left fielder? Ian Happ for Benintendi.
No.
Come on, he hits homers. He's really good at defense.
man,
He's not a defensive liability. People say that. People
you
want
see
to
him in the
tout
first
that.
inning?
He's not. Shut up, Joey. He's not a defensive liability.
Yeah,
I was so excited for Ben Brown. 2 quick outs and then what
Yeah.
was that fastball, man?
Ate the plate. Look at it. Eat the plate. It's right in the middle. And that's been his problem, right, is he has the
goodness
stuff.
gracious,
but again,
man.
quality strikes. And as you've been on him about putting guys away with 2 strikes. That thing was dead meat red.
If you were betting at Bet365 right now, would you bet that Ben Brown's ERA will be at 7 or under 7 by the end of the game?
I believe it's at 6.73 right now off the top.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
6.48. So it's now.
The way the White Sox are swinging the bats, I think it'll be above 7.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
They're going to score some runs, and it's a hitter's day.
That's
what
6.54, so I'll say under. It's no way he's going over 7.
What does 4 innings and 4 runs do to it? You know what I mean? I think that would be another, a mediocre tough.
The breaking ball there, though, the first inning was really good. Got Talkman a swing and miss and a couple of weak contact grounders.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, from noticing and watching Ben Brown starts, it's fastball and curveball. And there isn't anything going left or right. So when you leave a fastball middle, especially as low as he did, of course it's going to get touched up. I think Niren's pretty right saying make him a relief pitcher. It doesn't seem like this guy has a repertoire to be a starting pitcher. I think that if there is a way to sell high on Ben Brown, try to do it, because maybe some team could talk into like him throwing a cutter or something, but I don't see him being a starter.
Well, and to your point, at least for this season, if he makes it through to August 1st and he still is a Chicago Cub, I am of the mindset that I don't know who we're acquiring or whatever, but you have to find 12 outs that you can trust in the second half of that game. Mm-hmm. Can he be 3 of those outs? Yeah. Because he's got that stuff in those small spurts. I think the problem that's led to lack of trust is what you see sometimes with the young pitchers, right, is the second time through the order, they finally get around to him. But he's had trouble in just these openers. Like, they've tried openers with him. He's had a hard time keeping runs off the board right out of the gate. So I don't know if that would cause a sense of nervousness, but I do think he can still be a weapon and something that can be impactful for this team. I do think that he is a relief pitcher this year.
Our guy Evil Wax saying, why do we have Sox fans on a Cub chat cheering for a Benintendi homer? Well, the Sox are playing the Cubs.
Sox are on.
So, I mean, if you want me to leave, you could just say leave. The one thing looking at Ben
hope we
Brown
clear
too,
that up.
Yeah. Talk about Ben Brown, too. When you look at his movement profile on StatCast, the curveball gets more rise and less drop and doesn't move as horizontal as like a typical curveball. If you look at it, it kind of looks even like it's like in the center of that, which is typically more common of a gyro slider rather than an actual curveball. So he doesn't get a ton of depth on that curveball. I wonder if there is a way where you turn that into a little bit more of a slider that just moves up a little bit more and has a little bit more of horizontal run, and then you work on a pitch that actually drops straight down. Because this movement profile is very weird, especially for a starting pitcher.
Well, there has been a little bit of the changeup and trying to work that in there, because the changeup kind of falls out a little bit, so it kind of falls low and away. He's been working on that, but there hasn't been a lot of trust in it, because, I mean, his 2 primary pitches are getting shelled, and when you're trying to work out a new pitch, you don't exactly have the confidence to work out a new pitch in the game when your primary pitches are being crushed.
Quality 4-seamers, right? I think it all can kind of play off of that for a young pitcher.
It's all about the 4-seam location.
And Becky's here in the chat asking what our score prediction here is for the game, so it's not too late if you guys want to throw one in there. I'm feeling...
I think the Sox lose. I don't really give a score prediction.
I'm going to say 7-4 Cubs. There you go, Becky. 7-4 Cubs. Write it down for me. I will forget. Dansby, nice hit last night.
5-2 Cubs.
5-2 Cubs.
I mean, it's a hitter's day, so I think that there'll be a significant amount of hits, and the White Sox have been super aggressive in the first 2 games, so I think that's I'll go 8-5 Cubs. I think there's going to be a lot of runs scored today.
What was the total? 8?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
I think the total might have been 8.
It was 8 yesterday. I don't know what it was today.
By the way, the grill has been started.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do we need anything else? Do I need to go get something?
No, only hot dog buns. I only have 8 buns.
All right. I'll get buns if we need some.
Yeah. We're good for now.
Target was, I mean.
Depends on how many dogs.
I feel bad.
I only need 1 dog with a bun. And I can go bunless after that.
Are you watching?
No, I'm just saying I can only eat 1 bun. That's fine. I might only need 1 dog.
Yeah, Dansby knew it there.
Yeah, tall curve, strike 3. I mean, that's just a good pitcher's pitch. I'm not going to get on Dansby for that one.
Don't get on Dansby, because that's the most disgusting pitch in Major League Baseball.
Becky had Taco Bell for lunch.
Ooh. What'd you get from Taco Bell,
the order, Becky?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, we want some
Baja Blast.
Give us some lunch details.
What are the
here.
Cubs wearing for their hat? I like the Sox 59 throwback hat with the SOX with the red outline. What's the Cubs Hall of Fame hat? Is it
I don't know. I haven't noticed it yet.
Is it just
I'll
the
take a look
Is
next
it
time.
literally just a Cubs hat?
It looked like the same hat.
I mean, they've worn the same jersey for a very long time.
Avocado toast and yogurt granola. Living that clean life, Niren. Good for you. I did not live that clean life yesterday.
Hi, Steve. The name is not Anglicized or Anglicized. It's Gaelic, baby.
Sarah, I just threw something in Slack to put up there. I tweeted something when the Cubs were getting their heads kicked in on Friday, and I missed the Friday. What is that? Is that their
City
alternate
Connect?
jersey?
Yeah, the City Connect 2.0.
The City Connect. Did it not feel like the Cubs were facing Red Wing shoes?
Yeah, it looks exactly.
I mean, I could see that.
We've got the logo. Sarah will find it here, and we'll put it up here in a little bit. Red Wing shoes.
The boots.
How the sock, I don't care about the red and black, whatever. I don't care what uniform they wear. How they came up with a logo that looked like Red Wing shoes. What are you doing?
That's been
It's horrible.
Stop it. That's been a logo before. So that was a logo
Here it is,
back
Sarah.
in
Here it
the
is.
50s. So I'll show you the other ones too. But this is a playoff.
Oh, why did you guys
the
just wear
flying
shorts
socks.
this weekend?
Because the shorts were ugly.
Look at that. Tell me that's not red. It's the same.
It's very close.
it's-
I honestly think it
That's
a
the
kiss-
same.
it's a
orders a
kissing
little bit
cousin.
more
It's
on
the same shoe.
Goodyear.
Yeah, also Goodyear. Yeah.
I'll be honest, though. I saw those. I was at the game on Friday. I saw the uniforms up close and personal. I think they're kind of fresh. They're interesting. I don't think they're bad uniforms.
I don't care if they wear red. or
I'm
black
also
or
never
not.
going to be the I hate these uniforms. Why are they? Who designed these? I
No,
think
I
that's
just
the
didn't like the
laziest
hat. The
argument
hat
on
was
Twitter.
kinda,
I don't.
Well,
care,
I mean,
but-
it's not. I just hate that they had a really fine City Connect jersey, and the only reason they're bringing a new City Connect jersey in is to sell more
Yeah.
Nike jerseys.
I would agree. Their
So,
old City Connect, the one that said Southside, was very cool.
that was real clean. That was very. That invoked the White Sox. This invokes the Bulls.
I mean, I'm wearing the Wrigleyville shirt.
And
These
a
are the
shoe
Cubs
store.
ones. I liked those too. A lot of people are like they stink. I don't like them. I'm like I think they're fine. I think they're kind of cool.
Their
they're
new City Connects are
fine
doing
for
well.
sure.
The ones they have this year are nicer. Like I
They're
like the powder
outselling
blues.
that one.
Yeah, they're nice.
3-1.
You know,
I like
but-
the Wrigleyville one better than that one. That one, the
You
new
don't like
one,
the powders?
The new one pushes a little bit too much on Nashville. They don't feel like a Chicago one, which I understand. It's going off of blues, but also
It stirs the echoes
Southside's
of the
more
Expos
blues
a little
than
bit. Yeah.
the North Side.
You've been doing your research on Nashville. You a little worried or something or?
Ouch.
Kevin, you're so funny.
Well, they got great barbecue there.
I've been there. It's one street.
It's overrated.
All it is just
Yes,
Broadway.
It's totally overrated town.
And they
It's
take.
it's a manufactured city.
Do they
Nobody
still-
who lives in Nashville grew up there. It's like all all Midwestern.
They
people.
still
Like
sledgehammer
Austin.
the cars of their
it's a
opponents
manufactured
too, as
city.
well, like in the street.
I've
Some
been
sort
there
of-
like 5 times, all with either the Blackhawks or for the NHL All-Star game. And the first time I really went down to the honky tonks or whatever you want to call them. What's the main one that they all like? It's even in the airport.
Oh.
I
Real
couldn't
quick,
tell ya.
King Louis is saying, what an at bat from Nico. 12 pitches so far.
Yeah,
I'm your
he's-
8-hitter.
He's fouling a lot of balls off.
13 now.
I
This is
can't
gonna
think
get
of
out.
what the biggest one is, but it's their version of like the Cubby
The honky
Bear. It's
tonk?
like, yeah, it's like the second one away from Bridgestone Arena. It's a 3-story one. It's
Jacks,
not
like
it's
some
not
Cowboy
Misty's.
Jacks?
It's not Tilly's. It's in the airport even.
Honky Tonk Central.
They have one in
Whiskey
the airport.
River Saloon.
No,
Nudies. Hank Williams Jr.'s Boogie Bar.
Oh, you did-
Rippies.
dropping the boogie
Tootsies?
bar.
Tootsies. Okay,
Tootsies.
Tootsies is
Oh, that's
this,
a hammer.
That's
What a hit by Nico. That is a gorgeous pitch. by
Tootsies
Bo-
is
Dude, he's
a,
fired
uh,
up
on
after
it.
that at bat. 14 pitches and he's fired up. That was a heck of a battle between those two. That was fun. Nico Horner's a lot like Mike Tauchman in a way where these guys see pitches really well, and they're just like kind of slap hitters, can occasionally show the power, but don't strike out hardly ever.
Shaw about to go deep. Tootsie's is a 3-story bar that looks like each level looks like it could be in Wrigleyville. But I walked in and they were playing. They had 3 live bands, one on each floor. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in on the first floor and the band was playing Wagon Wheel. Okay.
Classic.
Standard.
That's a
Walked
good
up
song.
the stairs, got to the second floor, and the band was playing Wagon Wheel. I went up to the third floor and thought maybe a different
Rock
song.
me, mama, like a wind in the rain.
Wagon Wheel. All 3 floors, not planning it, were playing the same song.
That's hilarious. Is that the bar that Morgan Wallen threw the chair off the top floor?
I don't know. It's like one of the it's the first big one you hit if you're leaving the hockey arena. And it, like I said, it's in the airport. It's nothing special.
We're talking about Nashville, by the way, if anybody hopped in here. We're going to change topics now, I would assume. Unless we want
We're
to
going to change the topic to how sick Sean Burke is. Oh,
Well,
they're teammates. I
back-
forgot about that.
And are we gonna
Back to hot dogs
open up
soon.
the
Oh,
can
this
of
is
worms?
Showdown, huh?
Sean Burke.
This is a
teammates from
showdown
Maryland.
here.
Oh, there you go.
What's the can of
This is
worms?
a Terp Showdown.
Oh, the can of worms is are the Cubs making a trade today?
This,
Why is
Sean,
that happening?
I'm not.
Oh,
I
man.
want to
they're
see
making
Sean
trades
Burke
today?
again.
Oh,
He
also-
looks like a Sean Anderson.
Becky did
What do you
mention.
see? That's a lookalike.
You think I look like Matt Shaw?
I think you look like Burke.
I look like Burke?
Where do you show Burke?
Well,
Show
he's
me.
got like 10 inches or 12 inches on
I'm
me.
saying just
never-
a face.
Becky did say Luke and all I had a chicken quesadilla with a soft taco and a Diet Dr. Pepper with the Chalupa Suprema. Very nice choice there,
wow.
Becky. I
Never
really
had
do
the
appreciate the Diet Dr. Pepper.
Never had a Chalupa Supreme.
I think it's
I don't
pretty
Taco
supreme.
Bell a lot. I usually just get the tacos.
Imagine a Chalupa, just more.
Yeah. Chicken quesadilla.
This is
though.
strike 3 from.
Oh, look at Nico.
Nico should have ran. What is he doing?
Oh, Matt Shaw
That
can't
is
stop
a-
him.
We're
9
gonna
game
rule
hitting
that a hit,
streak.
but that should have been-
9 game hitting streak. Keep Gino Suarez. Price going down.
I mean, that's a fair one, though. I don't think that Shaw should be the thing that they're looking to upgrade. I think
No.
Shaw's a really interesting piece at third base. I think that you've seen a swing change that has actually improved him versus Major League pitching. It seems like the one thing that has been touted is his defense, so that's not really a worry.
Oh, Colson.
Go all
that was
in
an error.
on starting pitching and pitching, and then give all of the money that you have saved in the Wrigleyville vault
Yeah, Brendan
to Kyle Tucker.
Brendan Miller did a great breakdown of Shaw and Cubs related this Thursday, talking about how he's closed his stance a little bit and how he's been working and tweaking and won't stop trying to grind. And for a young player, I think that can sometimes be a recipe for disaster. But if he's clicking on something right now and seeing success with it, he's starting to pull the ball more. And
Stole second.
do they go? Wow! Oh, he's held there.
He's safe. They're not going to
I,
challenge
But
that.
Matt Shaw could be, maybe turning a corner.
My stance on third base is this. It's not my priority. Would I like to add a guy with like 36, 37 bombs and totally just here? I would do that, but my first priority is if I can get a stud starter and a stud reliever, I would go that route first. If I can't get that guy that I would want to start game 1, game 2, game 3 of a playoff game, Mackenzie Gore, okay, or somebody of that level, then I would be like, all right, plan B is we're going to out-hit teams, and we're still going to get so I would still get the reliever, and then I would try to out-hit teams, and I would add a starter, a Houser and a Keller and something like that. Then I would try to go to the out-hit because Shaw still would have a great role on the team. He'd be the birdie, he'd be the defensive replacement at third. But if you can add a right-handed bat that's hitting 36 bombs, that still greatly improves your team over whatever improved Shaw would be, because you can still play Shaw defensively there, and you can still play Shaw intermittently as the guy later in the game.
Yeah, I think a lot of the conversation is, well, Matt Shaw's kind of emerging right now, but he's a rookie. He's going to have another dip at some point. I think if you
9-game hitting streak.
if you can make your offense bulletproof, that's kind of been my MO on this show. If you can make your offense bulletproof, you do it.
But
You do it.
is it your number one now?
Suarez, no, it's still
my-
Mackenzie Gore. It's always been pitching,
Top,
but I don't
top
know.
2 or 3 starter is definitely. If I had to spend my prospect capital, my first place to use it would be for that starting pitcher.
Especially Gore, because he's 25.
And you don't have Steele to start the season next year.
Right. So, I mean, that just makes the most sense, because not only does it help for 2025, it helps for 2026. And if you're giving up prospect capital, you're getting somebody who still is like a prospect in their own ways. I mean, like, this is his first season of trying to figure it out.
Yeah, Kevin, what do you think? Like, what's your opinion on this Mackenzie Gore stuff? Because it just doesn't seem to be going away. We heard it a little bit more the last couple of days. It would take a huge deal. That's going to be caught. It would take a huge package, right, to bring in Mackenzie Gore.
Yeah,
but that is a big swing that I think Cubs fans
but
can thumbs up.
They must be in the refrigerator.
It would take 2 top 100 guys, I think. 2
he
top
doesn't-
100 guys, maybe
Joey
a
told
major
us he
league,
doesn't
maybe
like
a
his
guy like
chart
Ben
too
Brown.
much. So we're going to have to.
But listen, I think
keep
the
an eye on
smoke is
those.
real there.
You'll go out
Patrick
there, the
Mooney
grill
and
will be
Sahadav
off.
Sharma are 2 of the best in the business, and they've talked and they wrote this article this morning, and they said the smoke is clearly there. The Cubs' interest is clearly high in a guy like Mackenzie Gore, and why would it not be? And I think if you listen to Jed and you dissected everything Jed has said for the last month and a half, the word creative has been said 5 or 6 times. So if you think about that, that's a term he hasn't used in past trade deadlines. So creative means reaching out about guys maybe that we haven't heard about, and maybe guys who aren't rentals, maybe looking at the fact that they're going to need to plan for this year, next year, and the year after that. That's what a guy like Mackenzie Gore would do. And it also not only does it extend your window, but it makes you an incredibly efficient pitching staff and upgrades your biggest weakness right away, and he would be the best pitcher available. So am I cool if they want to give up? Yeah, I think a guy like Mackenzie Gore is going to cost you 2, maybe 3 top 100 guys, especially because the Cubs they only have 2 guys in the top 50, and that's obviously Owen Casey and Ballesteros. So you can probably, Casey's for sure going to go, because I think if you look at the Nationals and the way that, James Wood was a top 60 prospect when he was traded to the Nationals. So he's right around where Owen Casey was. Now, their profiles are different, but if you're looking from a Nationals perspective at, hey, we've had a ton of success in making James Wood a superstar. We've developed him. We got him, he wasn't a top 20 prospect in baseball when we got him. If they're looking at it through that lens, like, hey, can we evolve Owen Casey the same type of way? He's probably going to be the front line in that trade. But you're not going to get Mackenzie Gore without giving up pitching too. So I think that's when you start to look at guys like Ben Brown. That's when you start to look at guys like Jackson Wiggins. That's when you start to look at, maybe, I don't know why they would want him, but, maybe you start to look at Jordan Wicks. I don't think Jordan Wicks is really being looked at by anybody right now because he's really struggled this year in pretty much every facet. So
Well, they might want to take a roller on. Some teams would want to take a roller on this guy, Ben
Guy on the
Brown.
mound.
again, and I think
Which,
that
if you're going for it and you add a Mackenzie Gore, you can afford to give them someone with high upside.
it's going to cost you 2 to 3 top 100 guys to get Mackenzie Gore. I think if you want to get creative, you can trade 2 top 100 guys. Owen Casey's for sure going in that trade. There's no doubt. And then maybe, they're pretty young in the middle infield, but if you can try to maybe ship off Owen Casey and Jackson Wiggins, and then you try to
Christian
Give 'em-
Hernandez,
yeah, I think something like that.
Triantos, one of those guys.
I mean-
Right, because then that fills out and fits the Nationals' timeline and gives them. I mean, people are going to get upset because that's a lot of your prospect capital. But
Kevin, having said all that, like, Luke, doesn't Mackenzie Gore change everything
completely.
this year and how you plan for next year?
Yeah, I mean, the Brewers have a monster 3. That's who you're competing with. And if you're able to get into the postseason and you have to face a team like the Dodgers, you're facing Yamamoto, you're facing Ohtani, you're facing their gauntlet of pitchers too. The only way to compete with that is to have your own 3 and an offense that's as good as anybody else's. So
and who is the
prospects?
team?
Prospects are prospects to me. I don't get it. Look at the Sox. Right now, the Sox are trying to find somebody, begging somebody to take a shot at Luis Robert Jr. They've waited too long.
I think
They waited too long on all those guys.
The fear, though, is that you're going to trade Owen Casey and he's going to replicate something along the lines of what James Wood does. Now, James Wood is an outlier.
understand. I
but like
understand that.
That's the fear. Like the Mets right now are looking at their trade for PCA and like, oh my God, can we please have a redo? Like
Sure.
that's the fear, but I get it.
That's why they're it's in one of the chip bags. That's why they're paid the big bucks to make those decisions. Don't screw it up.
Right. And those
But you
are
also have to be willing to trade. The Cubs knew they were going to trade Eloy.
Yeah.
The Cubs knew they were going to, make some trade. That Gleyber Torres, they always were going to trade him.
Here's a
Falls
shot.
right
And
to
neither
him.
one of them has, neither one of those guys being gone has impacted this organization.
Well, yeah.
So that's the flip side of it.
Full
You gotta-
disclosure, my boy Sean Graves is in the chat right there saying someone mentioned Casey for Keller on the national radio, and that's a no for me.
Yeah, me too.
And it's a no for me too. I think Gore is in a different category.
I'm not trading Casey. I'm not trading Owen Casey unless it's someone that's going to be not a rental, B, a huge difference maker. That means Ryan from the Twins. That means Gore from the Nationals. That means Bubic from the Royals. Those are probably the only three guys I would say, yeah, I'd be willing to do that.
If Joe
for.
Ryan was on the market, I'd
Yeah.
probably start putting him in that
Yeah,
category too.
those
as
would be
well.
the three. Those would be
Yeah.
the three
Let's-
guys I'd say
yep.
I'd do it for.
Let's
Merrill
be-
Kelly's not on that list.
Let's be honest about where we put these guys too. Mackenzie Gore is very good, but he's had a couple bad starts this year. He's still an all-star, and he's still a top 20 starter in baseball. He's probably in that 15 to 20 range.
And just entering that prime.
Correct. So and if you look at the way the Cubs have developed pitching, they're going to be able to pinpoint exactly. I have a little bit more faith in the Cubs pitching infrastructure than I do the Nationals. So if you get Mackenzie Gore in the building, you're going to be able to help him. But Joe Ryan is the number one. He is awesome.
Sure, he's also right-handed.
Yeah, he's the guy you want if you can get anybody. He's the best pitcher available. You know, then it's Gore,
Quote, unquote,
and
yeah.
then Bubic. So those are the three. And I think if you can get the first two, I think I'm entertaining Casey for. If you want to get Mitch Keller, listen, I like Mitch Keller. I think he's a good pitcher. But you're going to need more than just Mitch Keller to trade Owen Casey. Like you're going to need to throw Bednar in there too.
Keller and Cabrera are the next tier.
Yeah, Cabrera's good too.
Cabrera might have higher stuff than some of those guys that we just mentioned, but his health history is not great, and he just had an MRI 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I don't want him. I'm just telling you I wouldn't give up my top prospect for him.
Timing is
I'd be willing to give some other things up for him because I like the roll of the dice, but man, if so next year, let's just talk about next year then, and even the rest of this year. You don't know what Steele's going to come back like. You don't know how Boyd's arm's going to respond after all these pitches for the first time in a long time. Shota's kind of been in and out, right? Like
we're hoping you get full Cade Horton next year or another
Shota
step Cade Horton.
Yep.
Shota will be 32 next year.
Yeah.
Window is now.
Like people I think people think like Shota's he's not old, but he came over as a rookie, but a 29, 30-year-old rookie. You know, he's going to be 32 next year. So you're right. I mean, I think that being able to anchor your staff with a young arm like Mackenzie Gore and then also being able to have Cade Horton in that mix, that's really big because Cade Horton's been emerging and, you know, he's going to become a trustworthy arm hopefully next year. I don't think there's obviously there's a price that's too high to pay. We're not talking about prime Clayton Kershaw here. We're not talking about Paul Skeens here. In that regard, there'd be no price that was too high. But with where the Cubs are and where their window is right now, they should be able to acquire Mackenzie Gore. They should be able to. I don't know if they will, but they should not be held up and hell-bent by one certain prospect. That's where I agree with you right now.
Yeah.
I think that he makes it worth it.
It's the type of big swing move that I think every Cubs fan would be happy to see, has been clamoring for. Kyle Tucker's step one. Oh, Doctor.
Doggers.
Oh, the smell that just came across my nose. Don't knock my tea over.
2-1 right now. Cubs leading the White Sox.
An inviting smell. Real quick, I do have to, again, shout out my friend Sean Graves in the chat. I went to his bachelor party yesterday, so he's definitely commenting horizontal right now. There is no way he is. There's no way he's standing up.
Is PCA going to finish? They just showed the stat. He's like, 5 behind Judge or something like that in extra base hits. Will he pass Judge?
Well, Aaron Judge is on the IL now,
Yeah.
so
Might pass him by the end of the season. I think he's 5 behind. PCA is.
real quick
5 total.
from you, Sean, because I know Luke and I have talked about this to an extent, and you haven't. I know you've been watching. You're a baseball connoisseur, and you've probably watched Pete this year. Do you think he can win MVP? Honest question this year. Do you think he
For NL?
Yeah. Do you think he can win the MVP award?
That ball's hit hard as you say that.
I don't know why I clarified for NL.
Another double.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean seriously, he's about to have the third
Two
homer,
doubles.
the third 30 season in Cubs history.
Just close the gap on him.
Because the only guy standing in his
Ohtani.
way right now is Ohtani, obviously, because Ohtani's been pitching again, and he's been used in that opener role, getting 2 to 3 innings at a time, and he's been effective in that role. And obviously, he's just, he's Ohtani. He's hitting the cover off the ball still. But I think what Pete has been doing and what he's been doing all year, I think having more 5-star catches than anyone in baseball, having half of the 5-star catches in all of baseball to his name, I think that should speak a little bit more for a guy who's now just starting to pitch again. And I know Ohtani's a better player.
Yeah, I mean I hear you, but again, this is Shohei Ohtani's putting up
Yeah, I
5 WAR alone. I think that's even without pitching stats. So it's just the fact that I understand Pete's playing amazing defensive center field or center field defense. That's why they have the Gold Glove. I think he'll probably be second, but I don't
You don't
I don't
see
think
it?
baseball writers are gonna ever give anyone an MVP if they're not if they're hitting 40 homers and pitching. Even if the pitching's a
Right.
You're
right.
350 ERA. I mean, he's still pitching. So I think it's likely that Shohei wins. But I think Pete has a great chance.
Top
'cause
three?
Shohei has such a
Oh, yeah.
Shohei has such a chance of getting injured that next year could be his year. 2027 could be his year. Taking a shot at Pete for a future MVP ticket, I don't think it's a bad idea.
I agree with that. I think it's probably Ohtani this year. But what Cubs fan wouldn't have taken PCA second in the MVP race? when
Yeah,
the
right,
season
right,
started?
right.
Let's be realistic.
And that's
Come
not
on.
even that's not the Cub that you'd pick. You'd probably pick
Of course, you would
Tucker,
pick Tucker.
in a contract year.
You would have been happy if Tucker was second or third in the MVP race.
Yeah, in the last 4 months, PCA has won the hearts of people who enjoy deeper analytics in baseball. He's won the hearts of kids. He's won the hearts of the eyeball test. I mean, he's what's that line in Ferris Bueller where the dweebs, the freaks,
Yeah.
the stoners, they think he's a righteous dude. That's what PCA's been.
righteous dude.
He's a righteous dude.
except for the play on Friday where he ran all the way into left field and then
let it
looked at
drop.
me and Happ and they dropped the ball and right away he's like, I'm sorry. Let me tell you, my mom was not happy with it.
Really?
No.
Got on the text
Oh,
immediately.
no.
What size was the font?
She was unhappy.
I get big font when my mom's watching the game and sees something she does not like.
I was at the game on Friday, and
I mean, he's got a 150 ERA.
PCA downfall is the OBP.
It's
He's
fair
the
point.
MVP.
It's less than 15
how many
innings pitched.
how many
I think
innings
it's
is that? Yeah.
He's got 12 innings pitched. So not
it's
a ton.
It's not a lot, but it's still good.
He's got 0.4 WAR just pitching and 150 ERA.
I mean, if they made the
insane.
same amount of money, which player would you take? You would still take Ohtani.
right.
Yeah, it's not
No-
even,
no doubt about
but,
that.
Not even a question.
Again, the
Just a
fact
nod
that
of my
Pete
head.
has even the fact that Pete
Yes,
might even
is unbelievable.
you can't even rule out that he'll hit 30-30 before
Yeah.
the end of July. He could steal a bag right here and then 3 straight homers, 3 straight days with homers. He's at 30-30.
Honestly, him stealing third right here is a really interesting call. Sean Burke just walked another hitter.
He's walking
There's traffic
already to third base.
Yeah.
He hasn't looked at him yet either.
I mean, they're going to pay extra close attention, but that doesn't mean.
Oh,
that a ball?
sir.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't know
boy.
about that one.
Sean, while you were out grilling the dogs, we were talking about what you'd be willing to trade for some of these guys, the pitchers. And I brought up Luis Robert, and I said they waited too. Do you believe that they waited too long to trade Robert? I don't mean this
Yes,
season. I
absolutely.
just mean
No, they
didn't
should've-
they wait too long on all those guys?
They should have dealt him in 2023. I mean, after a guy hits a 35 homer season,
Throw it a
that's
second.
the time to, I think, fold your cards because that a new regime's coming in, and it's likely that
Right.
once this team finally hits their peak, Robert's 32 or 33 going on the downturn. So I think that they definitely waited too long for Robert. And the weird thing today, too, is you get a lineup originally released by the White Sox that doesn't include Luis Robert Jr.
Ooh.
Friday, he didn't play. I mean, this is their most valuable asset, and
Yeah.
the biggest concern has been injury. And, of course, that starts creeping up as the deadline starts to creep up. This couldn't just wait a week.
He's going to get moved.
I think he's going to get moved, and I think most White Sox fans will be very disappointed in what they get for him. And I don't honestly care at this point. Like, I understand that he is the greatest thing to ever grace the south side of Chicago. I understand he's Cuban Trout. I understand that there's all the potential in the world. I was there for the homer in 2020 against Mike Fiers. Like, I know all of the reasons why.
Is he the Panther?
He
Is that what he's called?
Yeah, La Pantera.
La Pantera.
You know, like, he should be the building block of a franchise, and it just didn't happen. Oh, well, you got to move on from it. He's going to be really great once he leaves. I can genuinely say that.
Niren with one here. Niren says in the live YouTube chat, I'm expecting Kyle Hendricks to get released, the Cubs to pick him up for 3 to 4 starts and to be an extra coach for October.
Is Kyle Hendricks on the chopping block for Atlanta? Like, they're thinking about releasing him?
I haven't followed his season. After early on in the season, he was doing pretty well. I don't know where it's gone after that.
He wasn't.
I don't think it's been great. I think that the sentiment of that idea.
Would you rather have him pitching than Ben Brown in a week?
Kyle Hendricks hasn't been. He's got almost a 5 ERA.
It's not 7.
So he's pitching. His last 3 starts, 5 1/3, 3 runs, 3 2/3, 4 earned. July 22nd, 3 earned. And
it's more like a Colin Ray, right?
Yeah,
And it is. I still think it's an upgrade over what Brown would be giving you, but I would hope that they're going to make a major upgrade.
I mean, think of the chat if we strike out on all the names that we've been talking about.
I don't think there's. I don't
And
think
Kyle
there's
Hendricks.
any chance. If the Cubs strike out on starting pitchers like you're saying, then why did you go?
Well, what's
why did you
striking
go
out?
all in on Tucker?
Is striking out just getting Adrien Houser?
Yeah, that's a total strikeout.
Yeah. I mean,
And if for the people that say, well, Tyone's coming back and you might have a sod back soon in Iowa, it's like if you're counting on either one of those guys to give you anything, you're foolish.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they won't. You just if you're in a window where you're up for like best record in baseball and you can compete, you got to go for it.
I think too. It'll be jarring to hear this, but I think Chris Flexen and Drew Pomeranz are 2 guys that are very expendable at this point.
really?
Like, you picked them up and they were solid, but their pitch shapes, and if you look at some of their graphs and getting too much of the zone, when they don't have certain command of certain pitches, their value is next to 0. And I know they were great, and I know it's been fun, and we don't know if that's going to happen, but I think if the Cubs can significantly make some bullpen trades here, they can add 2 guys. Don't be surprised to see one of those guys get canned.
I get Flexen. Pomeranz is not in the same group as Flexen. I don't.
Chris
get
Flexen's been a godsend for them the first half of the year. He was great, but it's starting to run where he's getting crushed.
Right,
out
but
there.
who would you rather have, Thielbar or Pomeranz? I'd rather have Pomeranz.
Thielbar.
I'd rather.
Thielbar's been pretty good.
Thielbar's been great.
I think that Pomeranz is a much more difficult at bat for a lefty on lefty. You could probably keep both Thielbar and Pomeranz on the team, but like I don't know who the hell Brooks Kriske is.
Kriske?
Yeah, he'll go back.
Yeah,
Crispy
that's true.
Crispy
I mean,
Kreme?
like,
He's there to fill it.
I'd be surprised
He's
if
the last guy
if,
off the bench right
if
now.
Pomeranz is pushed off. I mean, I think Presley's more expendable.
I also think
Pomeranz.
Presley's. I think he's expendable too. I think it will depend on how many reliever moves they make because we're all talking starting pitching and Suarez, but I do think there's a couple bullpen moves that will happen. And you just named. I think Presley. He's been fine. That's a really tough end of the inning there.
Well, and I get the idea too that
Strikeouts
like
from Happ and
Pomeranz
Swanson.
catches too much of the plate, but that's also the pitch movement. That's the whole idea is that his pitches really don't move horizontally; that they go so straight. So if you throw them more in the middle of the zone, I think it plays off of that movement profile a little bit more. You think that it's gonna not rise; it rises a little bit. You think that it'll probably break arm side; it doesn't. You also, I think, line up that curveball with that fastball a little bit longer on that trajectory if it goes straight. So I don't know. I think that Pomeranz is just he could go out there and just throw that curveball 20 times and get you 3 outs.
I would like to see.
Hey,
I'd like to
Colton-
see. I'd like to see if he were healthy and he were back to somehow what he was last year. I'd like to see Assad in the bullpen. I would like to see the Cubs add enough starting pitching that you can cut back and take Cade Horton, who's been ramping up. I'd like to see Cade Horton in the bullpen down the stretch.
Well, if Assad can take over the Flexen role, I think that's right. Like
Sure.
that's why I mean
Sure.
Flexen I think is expendable. I don't know if he's expendable might be a harsh way of saying it, but he's a fringe roster pitcher right
Well, he's
now.
a place where you could still upgrade, potentially.
Correct. And that's what I mean. If they go out and they, if you can go out and get what's-his-face from the Nationals to be your closer, I mean, that's going to boot a guy off too. I mean, I'm forgetting the name off the top of my head, but
I can't even think of the Nationals team.
he was mentioned. Who's the Nationals closer again?
The Nationals closer, Finnegan?
Kyle Finnegan. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So he's a guy that the Cubs have mentioned. And
See Finnegan. I'd like to see Clase. I'd like to see.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys.
I don't think Clase is getting moved. I think that's a bunch of smoke. But if he does, I mean, I think
Cleveland's
I don't
really
think they need-
desperate and broke.
Yeah.
So would
take
they
advantage.
would they trade everybody except for Jose Ramirez then? It's
Pretty much. I mean,
Would they
that's what,
trade
that's
Jose
usually what the
Ramirez?
rumors are.
Because there we could use that.
Jose Ramirez seems like I'm surprised they're hanging on to him. I know he's the face. He puts
Yeah.
people
Well-
in the seats, and he's been with the franchise for 12 to 15 years. I know he's been there for over a decade, and as a young prospect, and
He's not getting worse. That's the thing.
I know,
I always
he's
think
a
that
crazy.
this
He's the
is
best
going to
switch
be the
hitter
year
in the
he
game.
falls off, and he just never falls off.
he's the best. He's the best switch hitter in the game, and one of the best third basemen defensively in the game. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
On the other side of the coin, he's my least favorite player to watch because for some reason we always pitch to him. Him and Byron Buxton. It's always like, yeah, let's throw him a fastball. Great. It's never burned us before.
So Sunday, July 27th, where we said, I wonder if we will get any trades today, tomorrow, or if Jed's going to just wait until Thursday and just all hell's going to break loose and there's going to be
just do
5
it
or 6.
today already. Please don't push us all.
Well,
the way
because
I've been
the Brewers,
surprised how active baseball has been.
yeah,
Like
there's
I'm
been a
surprised
few
by
early ones.
the what's it called? There was the Grichich trade. There was the
Ahmed
Ryan
Rosario.
McMahon trade. Rosario trade. Who's the other Diamondback to get dealt?
Josh Naylor.
Yeah, Naylor.
Went to
But
the
I feel like
Mariners,
there was Yankees get somebody else too, or is that Rosario?
The Orioles
I think
traded
I forgot.
somebody.
Oh yeah, they got
They traded one of their relievers.
to the Mets.
Yes.
It wasn't Castillo, or was it Bautista?
Bautista.
Who's near and
yeah.
saying
I
you
think
can't
it was
trade him, you'd
Bautista.
lose the clubhouse.
I could be
until
wrong. I
someone
can't
emerges.
remember. I know
don't
they
what he's
traded
talking about.
What's
somebody.
that? I think they're talking about Happ still. Near
They're
and
not.
clarify, but there was somebody up there that it was Colton or Coulter who brought up Trady
Trading
and Happ.
Wow.
Again,
No, that's
There's a great
not
breaking
happening.
ball from Ben
He's also
Brown.
got a no trade clause. You think in a pennant race he's moving his family?
Ben Brown just snapped off that curveball. That was filthy. That thing broke at the last second. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting week, no doubt about it. Over under 3.5 trades for the Cubs, Luke.
Under.
3.5.
Over under 3.5. I think it'll be. I think it'll be 3 or 4. Yeah, I think they're gonna. There's a lot of moves to be made. I mean,
I'll take under.
Okay.
Because I mean,
I've
you're
sat here
thinking
how
that
many
they're
years
making
with
3
no
separate
trades?
trades for relievers. I mean, they're picking up a starter. I don't think they're picking up more than one starter. Maybe you could get a reliever and a starter reliever deal. I
By
honestly
the trade deadline, like maybe stuff slides through later afterwards. There'll be some players that'll still move around, but
Yeah, I think it'll be 2 relievers, starting pitcher, and Suarez. So I think there'll be 4 trades, unless it's a 2-for-1 with the Diamondbacks, then 3. But I think it'll be. I think it's going to teeter on the edge of 3 and 4.
I think you also got to upgrade your bench because, like, are you still doing the Justin Turner thing? I know Niren
yeah.
brought up some of these old guys like Presley, Pomerantz, etc., Theobar that are like 36 and 37 in the pen, but you also have like a 45-year-old on your bench. Maybe we stop
let's
giving him the
not.
bat.
Yeah, well, you said
Let's not-
No, I'm not
45
saying it
was
like
such
that.
disdain.
Luke, I love you, and I
John.
think that you have wisdom that is.
oh, here we
you know,
go. I'm going to have a hot dog.
It was good grill.
Yeah, I don't
Thank you
know.
for doing that.
It would depend, right? I mean, they definitely need to upgrade the bench. They will upgrade the bench. I think the only guy who for sure won't be a Cub in a few days is Vidal Brujan. I think that's about it. I think he's gone for sure, and I don't know about John Birdie. I don't know about
Will he
Justin
morph
Turner.
into Willie Castro? Is that
Right. I mean, that's the thing. They will upgrade the bench here, and I think there's a couple guys at AAA you might
Nice pitch.
look at. Potentially Jonathan Long. But I don't know if if Owen Casey doesn't get traded, I don't think he's coming up unless there's an injury because Craig and Jed are going to say we want the at-bats. We want him to have consistent at-bats. And right now, he wouldn't in this lineup. But a guy like Jonathan Long, maybe they would consider bringing up because he's been, hitting pretty well down in AAA.
This is a real interesting sequence right here, Kevin. What's the count? 1 and 2. Runners on.
Well, to a guy who doesn't strike out a lot
Correct.
either.
So here's where you throw that changeup.
See what happens. Fastball up.
I mean,
Because if that was 90 low and away, swing and a miss.
He's still getting too much at the plate. I mean,
How many changeups has he thrown tonight?
I haven't seen one yet. He only threw a handful in his last start.
None. So one changeup, I guess. And yeah, it got a foul off. So, I mean, play with it.
There it is.
Big hook. Big strikeout,
Real
man. That's the second time he's gotten Talkman on that breaking ball. Curveball in the dirt.
Mr. Cub _ DB Swanson 7 says, do you guys like the Cubs or White Sox? Kevin is a Cubs fan at the front. Joey claims that he's both a Cubs and Sox fan, but he is a Cubs fan.
I'm by baseball. I'm baseball fluid.
I host the White Sox show, and then Luke is eating chips off screen, and he's a Cubs fan.
And he loves Tootsies.
And he loves Tootsies
in Nashville. It's straight to his heart.
And for those that say I'm a White Sox hater, just know that White Sox pennant fever was mine.
Is that something common for all? Kevin, were you also a secret Sox fan?
Me?
Yeah, growing up.
No,
I grew
my
up.
first baseball game was an 05 White Sox game, though.
Okay.
So
Good
that
year
was
to go.
My
first one.
first ever baseball game was a Wrigleyville game or Wrigley Field game. I was a huge fan of Sammy. My favorite color was blue growing up. I would just color like pictures with blue crayons, so it'd be like blue, cerulean, light blue, sky blue. I would only use blue. And we got there to Wrigley Field, and my dad said, "Oh, I don't have the tickets." Thankfully, we were getting there for batting practice, so we got there for first pitch. But yeah, I was a Cubs fan off the get, and then it wasn't until Sammy corked his bat, and I had some like moral conundrum where I was like, I can't support a cheater.
Just grab
as a
the wrong bat.
7-year-old. Yeah, just grab the wrong bat.
Just grab the wrong bat.
I like to tell everybody that I root for the Cubs, but I'm a baseball fan. I love, obviously I want to see the Cubs do well. There's no doubt about that. But I refer to myself as an objective baseball fan. I've covered baseball for many years. I hope to eventually start covering it again. I don't root against the White Sox.
What was that?
What were we trying to do there?
Infield
Getting a
fly.
triple play?
Got him.
Yeah.
Infield fly. Wow, Matt Shaw. Holy cow.
Wait,
Nico
what?
Horner with the
Why
huge
isn't
drop.
that automatic infield
Yeah,
fly?
why isn't that an infield fly? I don't get that.
The batter's automatically out in an infield fly.
So
why
he
the
can
hell is
drop
he
it and then
running?
get a force?
Wow,
Is
that
what we're
was
saying?
He saw him run in third, and he just let it drop.
That was incredible baseball from Nico Horner. Wow, that was awesome. So the infield fly, the guy's automatically out.
So then why
it
was that
fall.
guy running to third? Because he's just stupid?
Yes.
Okay.
What a play by Nico Horner. That
Yeah.
was incredible baseball.
But I feel like what we experienced growing up, Kevin, was we rooted for players mostly. It was tough to root for the Bears in an NFL season because their season ended in December when most teams it ended in February. So my first football memory was watching Tom Brady and in that Rams Super Bowl. Of course, I think that's the greatest player ever. And then he goes on to win 6 more Super Bowls. It's tough to get rid of that guy being the best player ever. But especially with Cubs and Sox, we talked to the Naz head coach who's been there for 20 plus years, and he said mainly it's guys liking players. I don't know. It's tough for me to be I don't want to see the Cubs do anything. In 2016, the Sox weren't in the playoffs. I had a ton of friends that wanted to see the 108-year drought end. I liked watching Kyle Schwarber. I wasn't rooting against the Cubs. But also when, what's-his-face, pops that homer in the 7th inning against Chapman, Rajai Davis. I'm also laughing my ass off.
I thought you were going to say Kipnis.
No, I'm laughing my ass off. So it's not I root against the Cubs or for the Cubs. I just...
Yeah,
it's appreciating baseball.
Well, and that's
the
the thing is that none of my sports enemies have Chicago on the chest. It's a pretty easy way for me to walk through life. And I'm with you, Kevin. Growing up, the Cubs played during the day, the Sox played during the night. I got 6 hours of baseball. It's pretty great. I understand everyone loves this the civic rivalry, and a lot of people try and couch it and say that it's fun. I don't know how often it's as fun as we make it out to be. I mean, if you talk mess with your friends and everyone can handle it, that's great. But I mean, it gets vicious. We saw a fight in the stands last night, Chicagoans hitting each other. I kind of don't. It kind of turns me off a little bit at times. That is an unbelievable play by Nico.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. Nico Horner's one of my favorite players to watch. He's been one of my favorite players to watch for a long time because he was kind of, if we're talking about childhood and playing the game and obviously wanting to grow up and be a Major League Baseball player, Nico Horner was always the type of guy that I imagined like playing as, just a slap hitter, great defender, stole bases. You know, Nico's going to – people always forget, too. Nico Horner almost won a Gold Glove at shortstop. I like to remind a lot of people of that when the year before the Cubs signed Dansby Swanson. He might not be as cheap to keep around here in a couple of years when his contract comes due.
It won't be crazy, but he's pricing himself up for sure.
I mean, that's the thing is, I don't think this is a guy that gets appreciated when it comes to
he doesn't.
A free agent.
It was unfortunate to see.
Campaign.
You know who would appreciate him would be remember when Jerry Reinsdorf was like, "I love David Eckstein and I want players like
literally.
David Eckstein." He should have just insert that with Nico.
That's
Horner.
going to be the guy that they back up the Brinks truck for.
But we just capped off too. Like Ben Brown hasn't been great lately. He got that 1-2 count through that great pitch right there to Tauchman. Got the out. Got the pop fly. Good for Ben Brown. And then a defensive play picks him up. Like, when young pitchers are out there like that, I know we want to make it all about Ben Brown, but in those little moments right there, that can be galvanizing. And let's see what happens with Ben Brown. But if he comes out and puts up a quality start, it is a play like that from Nico today that is a big part about a veteran picking up a rookie, especially one that hasn't been pitching well.
And when your offense, like, scuffling might be too hard, but when your offense hasn't been what it was in April and May, you know, it's kind of the last couple of weeks have been a little up and down. So, you know, protecting any runs at all costs right now, especially with Ben Brown on the mound, who's, you know, all over the place. I think it's any runs that you can save, and being a smart situational player is going to be important.
Yeah, leak in the chat here. Also, Nico Horner has that 14 pitch single at bat. I mean, that's little stuff, right? And he's just he's an important player.
But also, like, I understand that stats don't show that he had a 14 pitch at bat, but also, where does Nico Horner rank in WAR since 2022 in Major League Baseball?
Among second basemen or
in Major League Baseball?
Oh, it can't be very high. He battled injuries. He had a bit of a down year.
No, he had a 5-WAR year and a couple 4-WAR years. So I mean, I don't know where he would rank in
tied
baseball.
for the 23rd best player in baseball since 2022.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's above Ronald Acuna Jr.,
Shut my
Corbin
mouth.
Carroll, Willie Adames. He's got the same amount of WAR as Xander Bogaerts.
Unbelievable.
20th player is Ketel Marte at 15.8. Horner is 0.5 away. He's at 15.3 since 2022.
The Giants gave Adames how much? 95?
Ooh, nice play there.
Oh, they gave him more than that.
JD
That's Colson, baby.
By the way, JD on the
That ball was hit
broadcast
hard.
was saying that he's like, man, that's a play a lot of guys talk about doing in the field but don't have the guts to do it. He said all he did was bait the runner into going to third. He's like, the runner panics because they see it and they think he's panicking, and as soon as he steps, he just goes and picks up the ball and throws it. He's like, basically baited the runner into making a mistake.
And he did.
Nico Horner's a ball player, man. Smart, situational player, situational hitter. He's great. He's been an unsung hero of the team because, I mean, they've been hitting the ball so well, and obviously, you know, the guys who hit the home runs, steal the bases, the PCAs of the world are going to grab all the headlines all the time. But, I mean, the consistency of Nico being healthy and shutting down second base and, you know, not leaving anything open for interpretation there, it's important. And having a backup shortstop, too. He's had to fill in for Dansby a couple times this year, and he's an excellent shortstop. So,
well, and that's the thing, too.
That was his best player of the year, though. That was excellent baseball.
I mean, Nico is an average shortstop, but, like, the best or top 5 defensive second baseman. So, I mean, he could even play shortstop if you need him to in a pinch, but he's got second base locked down.
And tough day for Bushy.
Mercy. Well, it's tough when you're facing Sean Burke, the greatest pitcher in Chicago.
3 strikeouts, man. Sean Burke, gassing him up. I want to talk to Sean. I want to ask you about Adrien Houser because on Friday when I was at the game, I covered a lot of Adrien Houser in Milwaukee, and I'm looking up at the speed gun, and I'm like, 95, 96.
Yeah. So he
where did that come from? Because that's what it piqued my interest now. The Cubs being interested in Houser, I was like, where the heck did that fastball velocity come from Adrien Houser? Because he was always a 93, 94 guy.
Our guy Gary Houser is going to have you, you're going to be having our guy Gary puke just from this conversation alone. But yeah, he's up about 2 ticks. on his sinker and just most of his stuff. The SNY broadcast was fawning over him when he pitched against the Mets because he pitched for the Mets in 2024. He was apparently just much skinnier. He's gone to like a protein-rich diet, so he's just lost a ton of weight. So that's come with, I think, more stamina and an ability to stretch a little bit more. I think he's just been able to get more out of his actual frame with losing weight. So, like, the actual results are very similar. I think that he's just getting the results more consistently. It's not like it's turned him into a strikeout pitcher or anything. The one thing that he has been able to do is limit hard contact. And especially with the Cubs, I mean, with this great defense, it's a pitcher that would be great for August and September. The biggest question with Houser is, can he actually do this in the postseason? Maybe as like a fourth guy you need to, when you need a start, but I don't see Houser as a postseason guy. So it is kind of worst case scenario for the Cubs to get Houser, or maybe like a really good backup plan if they do get Mackenzie Gore. But like it's happening because he's made some physical changes, but he's not a wave maker in any sense.
He'd be great as a second starter
Yeah, Gore and Houser.
because you're also adding
Okay.
Assad and Tyone back.
Oh yeah, no, like as a backup plan. Absolutely, yeah.
The Tyone thing, I just calf strain. I mean, obviously you root for everyone to get healthy. Looks like he's working his way back right now. But calf strain and push off, you worry about that a little bit, especially for a veteran pitcher. Veteran pitcher that has had back issues. You don't want one injury to lead into another injury. So, I mean, Luke, I think you said it earlier, like just banking on Tyone coming back and being productive, or being even the Tyone that we've seen at stretches this time this year. I think that would be a risk. I think that'd be a bit of a gamble. And I think that's why the Cubs are in this position right now, where I do believe that Jed isn't just penciling in Tyone to come back and eat up whatever the 30, 35 innings he would probably need from him in September. I think an influx of new members on the team is probably going to be necessary, whether Tyone gets healthy or not.
I'd love
agree,
to
and
add those guys and have them, quote unquote, exceed projections.
I think they would love that too.
Yeah.
And I think the thing to think about here is getting Adrien Houser. Yeah, maybe he's definitely not at the top of their wish list, right? But if they got him, that does allow you to send guys like Ben Brown back to AAA to finish out the year in AAA and work on stuff. And it does allow you to kind of trim the fat off the end of the bullpen and move guys like Cade Horton to the pen, where it becomes a bigger strength. Because there are some guys in that bullpen that I don't want throwing in October. And I'll be honest, like Ryan Presley had a really good stretch there, but I'm not there with him. And
I think Houser fits into that, though. I mean, unless you're using him as a long reliever, I don't think Houser's going to be in your postseason pen. He's not a guy that if you put him into the bullpen, he's going to start getting swings and misses. Like, the reason you have a guy in a pen is like a Ben Brown, where he could throw 97 and have this nasty breaking ball. And, if you use him for an inning, he can max out on what he can actually throw.
I think ideally that would be Colin Ray, the first guy. If you needed someone to grab you 6 to 9 outs, it probably would be Craig Counsell leaning on his own pal.
Has
his old
Horton
pal,
been bad as a starter?
No, Horton's been good.
I would run with him.
Yeah, I would too.
This is,
I like what I've seen.
He's got
from
real
Cade
interesting.
Horton. I like what I've seen from
profile
him his
movements.
last couple.
Cade Horton's fastball yesterday, man, I was just locked in.
Well,
man.
that thing's-
he didn't miss a single location on his fastball. It was just dot. I mean, he was excellent yesterday. He's been excellent. He's had an excellent month of July, but yesterday was really promising. I mean, every fastball he threw yesterday was just he didn't miss. He didn't miss a spot. It was awesome to watch. Really, really fun pitching yesterday.
I'm
from
really
Horton.
surprised he doesn't have a cutter. It's labeled as a four-seamer on StatCast. It looks more like even it's as a cutter. That thing's
Hot
real
dog
interesting.
time.
That a boy.
Because I mean, it doesn't usually four-seam fastballs. Like if you have a what's it called, a crosshair, right? A four-seam fastball for a righty is going to be over here. So his is more like in the middle, and it even borders on having glove side run, which four-seam fastballs usually just go straight and up.
Well, coming out of college, and that's part of the journey for Cade Horton, especially Horton throughout the minors, was I think they were worried a little bit about how the four-seamer would play at the major league level.
It's disgusting.
He gets in the system. And then, Luke, am I wrong? Didn't Cade Horton had some sort of stretch where they were worried that his velocity was down?
Yeah,
a
well, he
little
had
bit
some
and-
injuries. He ended last year hurt.
Yeah.
So injuries were a problem. And then when they came back, they just wanted, before they brought him up, their big thing was, you need to throw more strikes. Stop with the walks. You can't afford to have that lazy walk in the major leagues because a solo homer becomes a 2-run homer, becomes a 3-run homer, and you can't waste pitches. And that's what he worked on. And
he was excellent out of the gate, too. Those first few, I don't think he
good.
walked a batter.
He's had some really good games, and I think he seems super competitive. You know, I'm sure everybody that gets the big leagues has some of that in them, but he seems, for lack of a better term, as everyone likes to say, he's a dog.
A gamer.
A bit of a dog.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing him pitch in a high leverage bullpen situation in a playoff game.
Yeah. Bobby Blanco in the chat, so sick of the Suarez talk. We need at least 3 arms, more offense. A beast for the bullpen will win us a championship. Bobby, I see you in the chat a lot, man. Thanks for joining us for the watch-along. Who are the relievers that you want? That's what I would want to know, because there's a lot to choose from.
Yeah, I agree with Bobby, though. I mean, I'd rather see Matt Shaw find his way at third base. You trade Cam Smith because you believe in Shaw to get Tucker. So I think, in a weird way, getting somebody to play third base kind of thinks that...
Antithetical to the first thought process was?
But it also is like, are you building around Kyle Tucker for the future? Because if you are, then Matt Shaw should be your cheap third baseman for the next 5 years. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be going... I mean, you know, it's not a bad idea to get Eugenio Suarez. I mean, he could be a DH, too. But
he's not... I don't know. He's a rental anyway.
Yeah.
He
had 1 more year.
Am I just noticing...
So, like, he's done anyways. That's why I don't feel bad if I move... if you were to... I'm not saying it's my top priority, but if you got Gino Suarez, I can play him in his 36 bombs and bring Shaw in for defense at the end of the game.
Right.
And let Shaw play other things or even move guys around, double switch stuff. I don't have a problem with telling Shaw, hey, man, you've done a great job this year. But Gino Suarez is going to be our bat in some of these playoff games.
Could Shaw play left?
I don't know.
Because
I would think so.
I think Happ's a better hitter from the left-hand side, so maybe that's your right-handed side of a left field. Because that's the other thing, too, with Gino is you can't really acquire him to be a DH because you guys want Seiya as your DH, right?
Yep.
Am I just noticing that Kyle Tucker is wearing like a Superman belt? It's like an extra red, shiny...
it might have been a change for him. Mix it up.
It's just
he's been in a bit of a slump, like... I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, he's going through one of his. It's not a hardcore slump, but it's for him. It hasn't been. He's looked as uncomfortable as he has leading into today.
Yeah,
he didn't look too uncomfortable in that first day.
No,
he smoked that one.
It's been a.
I mean, it was
a struggle for him lately.
It was nice to see him get a base hit to left field on Friday. I know that game was a wash, but it is nice to see him trying to use the whole field a little bit more. And I'm with you, Luke. I mean, I think it's fair as a Cubs fan. He spoiled us to begin the year. I think it's fair to have a certain expectation for King Tuck, and when he doesn't bring it, it bums you out. But I never have any doubt that he is just a swing away from getting white hot. And even when he isn't, even when he isn't hitting very well, he still gets on base a ton. And here's another guy who's looked a little lost in the woods the last couple of days. How's the dog?
Haven't had a bite yet.
I got to do Wendy's salad first.
Yeah, I did throw the rest of the salad up there if you guys want to have some.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to try it.
Very generous.
Everybody loves a guy that brings a salad to the barbecue. I'm kidding. Hey, I brought leafy greens, everybody.
Hey,
you don't make friends with salad.
Hey, I brought a
Wendy's salad.
That's what I was trying to think of.
I brought some rice puffs for anybody who wants to try them.
I have hummus and...
Bobby said Clase and Palencia would be the double team that makes him the most happy. Attention should be on top line center. I don't hate that. I really think that Jax or Duran is like the guy. The fact that Minnesota is even like contemplating trading one of those guys, I think Gore and Duran/Jax would be like a lot to get, but the most important thing this offseason for the Chicago Cubs is spending money. You don't have anything to do with prospects. Like, there's nothing to like lock up if you get Gore and if you get Jax or Duran.
Well, if you did those two, then I don't worry about third base.
It's just right, and just back up the brakes truck to Tucker. I mean, Shaw's a first rounder. It's not like he's like a random ass like 15th rounder. They're placing at third base. Like, this is the guy that decided not to trade for Kyle Tucker.
I don't want to. I'm not putting pressure on Matt Shaw because he doesn't listen to the show. But right now, the small sample size of this 9-game hitting streak, it is possible that Matt Shaw could follow the PCA path.
No, that's what I brought up. I mean,
two good months into a really good season next year.
Or even, I liked what I saw from Amaya last year after struggling mightily. I mean, even if you're telling me that he can take those kinds of steps and take them into September, and it's hard to compare them with different players, for example, but, you know, Craig stuck with Amaya and PCA last year, and they rewarded Craig's patience with, you know, their arrow pointing up towards the end of the year, and we're starting to see that a little bit from Matt Shaw. You know, Kevin, to your point, I am curious. The thing about Matt Shaw is, especially like with a young player, is, you know, when they sent him down, they brought him back up, looked really good for about 10 days, and then he kind of sort of reverted back to some of the old habits, or at least some of the production levels, and now we're seeing him turn around it again. Is it fair to also say he's a young player who can we expect a type of consistency that is going to really actually be impactful for this offense at the bottom of the lineup? I don't think that's fair for him, but if he can get somewhere along the lines of putting some of these games together a little bit more, a 9-game hitting streak is nice, but can he keep it going?
I just want to jump in. Matt Shaw has been much better, at least WAR-wise, than PCA was before July of last year.
Oh, yeah. He's been
so
100%.
Shaw's in a much better shape. And then also PCA from August to the end of the year last year, 52 games, 284, 337, 466. Shaw since just July has hit 240, 286, 500. So you're seeing similar stuff. You're not seeing a ton of on-base percentage or walks from him, but when he is hitting the ball hard with that 500% slugging, or that 500 slugging percent. So, like, I think Shaw's worth seeing out.
He's definitely worth seeing out. I think he's not. There's you said it perfectly. They didn't trade him for Kyle Tucker because they view him as a building block piece. But I would have said this last year. If the Cubs had the same record and we're playing similar baseball and the metrics kind of matched up offensively where they're having an elite, defined by elite season, I would have said, yeah, I still want another bat in the lineup to take some of PCA's bats away at the end of the year. I know some fans will be like, whoa, but if they were having a contending year last year, they were kind of middling around the 500 mark all year last year. If they were the team they are this year last year, I would have been clamoring for the same thing had there been a chance to upgrade offensively in the outfield. I would have said yes, and then move PCA to that bench role. That's kind of how I feel about Matt Shaw right now, too, because he's been one of the best defensive third basemen in baseball this year. That's a fact. And the bat looks like it's coming along, which is great, but it's still, when it comes down to it, when you are playing elite-level pitching, I don't know if I trust him yet to get 3-4 at-bats a game in the postseason. I would much rather have Suarez in that situation. And that's not a knock.
It's a good pitch.
That's just where I'm at, and that's where I think the Cubs should be at, too.
Started close enough with the changeup there.
Yeah, I think that was a nice changeup.
Yep.
Wasn't expecting it, low and away. Should throw that more often.
That's got to be a pitch for him that if he can start nailing stuff down like that.
Well, it's just like throw it. Like, no one's expecting it 0-0. So throw it 0-0.
Yeah.
Most people are expecting your fastball 0-0, so just throw the changeup.
Yeah, he started
righty, but
he started him change at 90. It was a little up, but I mean Colson took it because of the speed difference, and then bookended it. Excuse me.
Yeah, and Bobby makes a good point too. Shaw's a better defender than Gino. It's a big deal in the playoffs. You're already saying that you'd sub out Suarez in the late innings, so you're only getting about 3 at bats, and in that, like,
and
you can
3
only
home
hope
runs.
for three homers.
Nice pitch.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Gore, getting Gore.
Oh, that'd be a bigger move.
But, like,
Yeah.
get rid of Casey or Cassie, whatever. Like, I understand that Tucker is the big question mark, but the only thing making that a question mark, especially with what Sahadev and Patrick Mooney wrote, was like him being the biggest free agent on the market. What do free agents want? Money. Like, commit yourself to going out and signing Kyle Tucker. You can go out and buy every building in Wrigleyville, but you can't actually get a player.
Oh, you're
like, you know what? I think Kyle Tucker's like just jersey sales alone will make up for it. You will see Kyle Tucker jerseys throughout Wrigleyville for 40 straight years if you sign him to like an 8-year, 9-year deal.
Just get creative. Go ahead and give him one of those buildings that you just bought. Give him the Hotel Zachary.
The Hotel Tucker?
Hotel Tucker.
Hotel Tucker.
They'll call it the Tucker Inn.
The Tucker Hotel? Tucker Inn.
Look, he's cruising now. He's got some confidence.
Could be a drag queen.
I'll be here on Friday too.
I don't know what his pitch count is,
I was
but
about
I would
to say I would
assume
see him in the 6th, right?
they'll probably give him one more inning, but I think regardless they'll move to the pen.
All right, I gotta get dog.
Dog time.
Dogs were good.
That was
by
a
the
nice
way.
job grilling, by the way. Those are
Good
just
grill,
perfectly grilled.
Sean.
Dogs were good.
We'd like to see a good grill. He's at 57 pitches, dude. He's coming back for that 6th inning, and it's Sunday. We got the Brewers coming up. I mean, it would be nice if the Chicago Cubs could put some runs on the board right here, so you could feel that kind of confidence to have Ben Brown pitching well, eating some more bullets in this game with, I don't know, maybe going to Miller Park tomorrow, right? It would be nice to have a clean slate if possible with all of your complement of relievers. Like I was in the right field bleachers yesterday. They had Palencia warming up and stuff, but those couple extra runs allowed him to sit down. They didn't have to use him last night. Let's try and keep everyone as fresh as possible. 57 pitches?
Well, you know who awaits us tomorrow. So Jacob Mizorowski gets the ball in Game 1 tomorrow.
He gets Matt Boyd.
Is Matthew Boyd pitching? Did they announce that?
I think that's it tomorrow.
Boyd? That'll be a great game.
No.
Yeah, listen, that's the other reason I was wondering if, the Cubs never operate, out of panic. They don't make trades without seriously thinking it over. But there was part of me that was thinking, well, maybe they would make a move for a guy before this Brewers series, But that doesn't appear to be the case, and that's fine. The Brewers are going to throw their best 3 starters at the Cubs. Mizorowski gets the ball in Game 1. Quinn Priester has been very good for them. Quinn Priester, shout out to Cary Grove High School. Went to my high school.
Nice.
Shout out Quinn Priester. He's not a buddy of mine, but know him. I played.
Dave Kingman went to my high school.
Yeah. Quinn's a good dude.
And Mike Quaddy.
The Priesters are good people. I was friends with them in high school, so
Base hit. It's a good little start there.
and then you're getting Freddie Peralta to end the series, and Peralta's obviously owned the Cubs, so it's going to be a tough series, man. So you're right. Having all the arms that you can fire tomorrow is going to be tough because out-dueling Mizorowski, I mean, they do have him on a pitch count. So Mizorowski's probably, I would guess, going to throw 3-4 innings maybe.
Well, it's 64 pitches before.
So.
We got a super chat. Corey. My man.
Don't forget Trey
Toyota
Turner and
Super Chat.
Aaron Judge both turned down more money from the Giants. Money isn't always the most important thing for free agents.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when you live in the beautiful city of Chicago. Thank you, Corey. I'm take a wild guess that Tucker's having a good time this summer.
How much more money was it, though? I mean, like, again, that's part of the thing was, like, it was $25 million more that Machado took from the Padres than the White Sox.
That's a difference.
I don't think that Judge was that much off when it comes from the Yankees to the Giants.
I don't remember. Did the Giants offer him $300 million? I think they did. I think they offered him over $300 million. But
Giants offer a lot of guys.
Corey, you're 100% right, man. I'm not. That's a good comment. I think that it depends on the player, and it depends on the agent, and it depends on the family, right? It's fit is important, but at the end of the day, if the gap between offers is massive, I don't know any person that would say I'm staying for a discount. And Kyle Tucker shouldn't have to stay for a discount, and I don't think he will.
But also, if Kyle Tucker sees you, even without the extension, going out and trying to win a championship this year, and the offer is at least right, the offer is proper money-wise, I think that you would get him to sign. If the Cubs don't pussyfoot's the best word that I could use. Pussyfoot around and just offer him the right amount of money, he will sign.
Yeah, Luke.
I mean, Becky's saying 425 to 475. I mean, even if it went up to 500, I don't think Cubs fans should be mad.
Yeah, Luke,
Cubs fans should be thrilled that money is being spent on your baseball team.
Yeah, I want to ask you, to Sean's point, the dollar is almighty. You can always offer something more. You can always get a bigger contract. How much do you honestly think a star athlete, not just any athlete, but a star athlete, like commitment to winning from ownership, and just in the sense of like, hey, I know I'm going to be in a good situation at least the next 3 to 5 years while I'm making $1 gabillion. What kind of, does that play any factor? Is that overblown?
I mean, if the money's almost the same, of course they're going to take the team where they think they can win.
Well, and here's the thing, too.
And the city that they want to live in. For instance, sometimes people just want to be out west.
Corey, maybe you're seeing something wrong, but the reported thing from Heyman was that the Giants offered 9 years, $360. That's what Judge signs for. So the Yankees matched the contract.
Yeah, it was
the same
where
money.
he sometimes, if he likes where he's at, why risk going somewhere else? If he actually loved being a Yankee and the money's the same and he thinks they're going to spend the money.
Also, like, building a legacy in New York is probably much more fruitful than, San Francisco.
And I hate to do it, but I mean,
Who's the other guy?
Go back to the Chris Bryant contract. I mean, he took the top dollar for what was on the market for that offseason. And
had the Cubs offered the same deal, he would have stayed.
Right, and he would have stayed. And I don't think that number was the same, but if it was 150, would you leave $35 million on the table?
No.
Knowing that your situation.
Nobody would.
Yeah.
Nobody would.
Yeah.
Especially after you've won a World Series. That's another thing.
Yeah, and you're already in
like
MVP and
winning.
Rookie of the Year.
Come on, the players love winning. They all love winning. But when you're talking about $30 million, remember that it's a job too. And what job are you turning down a $30 million raise? Nobody's doing it. You're all taking the money.
Got to come correct with
Listen,
Tucker.
I'll tell you right now, if All City wants to give me a $30 million raise to go do this show in Pittsburgh for the Pirates, I will do it.
What? No.
I'm just throwing it out there. If All City wants to give me a $30 million raise to do Pirates postgame for a new network, I'm willing to go.
This day was going so good. We were having hot dogs.
Sorry.
We were having a nice time.
Sorry.
Luke,
Loyalty
is he
out the
wrong?
window.
No, he's
No,
not.
I'm
But
not
Luke's-
wrong. Like,
What's wrong about that?
Well, it hurts our heart.
At least in that conversation, though, to Corey saying Turner turned down more money, he did. Heyman reports that it was $342, which would have made him the highest paid shortstop in Major League Baseball. He takes a Pirates deal for $11,300. So, I mean, maybe Kyle Tucker would really want to be on a certain coast, but so far from what you've seen, I don't think Kyle Tucker dislikes Chicago. Like, I don't see any reason
but if he
why
wants
they wouldn't
to be in
be
California, he wants to be in California. It's like Shohei.
Is he from California?
No,
He's
I'm
from
just saying.
Tampa.
No, I know. I'm just wondering. Like, I don't know if there's going to be that much of a yearning from him. I think that he wants to cash in on his athletic gifts, and I think that the most money or equitable money will win him over.
Do you think that this trade deadline will have any impact on his decision?
Again, I think it could if he sees this team committing.
Yeah.
If he sees, again, there's no attachment to me next year, but this team
Nico
is still
Horner
going
doing
all out.
stuff.
That shows me that this is a real serious baseball organization.
I think this trade deadline has two sides to it impacting Kyle Tucker. One, how much money are they taking on in salaries? It shouldn't. I'm not saying it should. One, how much money are they taking on? And then B, how much are they showing him you are a serious. Yeah. You're just as serious as the others. When you're there and you can win it, you go for it.
Let's go back to what
did
Kyle
in 2016.
Let's go back to what Kyle Tucker said a couple weeks ago. He mentioned in an interview, I don't remember who it was with, it might have been with Bruce Levine or members of the core, I don't know, but he said specifically, this team is set up for success because it's not just this year. They have a good farm system. They have a future. He said that. So that clearly means something to him. I think clearly, culture-wise, means something to him too. You know, if he wants to be here, that's a big part of it. But I think, yeah, this trade deadline will definitely... I don't think it's going to have a huge impact because I think the team's already good, and I think the players know that Judd's going to be super aggressive here in the next couple days. I think they know they're going to get some pretty good players in the building this week. So I'm not sure that will... You know, if they straight out fold. Matt Shaw
Matt
down
Shaw,
the
here we
line. That's
go.
going to score another
Get on your
run.
horse.
That absolutely will.
Get-
Nico's
yeah,
fat-
yeah, yeah.
That's actually a pretty good throw from Benny.
That was a good relay.
Oh, wow.
throw.
Wow.
And they
Oh,
got a shot at him. And it's 4-1
Terrible throw.
Cubs. Nico Horner game, ladies and gentlemen. We might have a thumbnail, Sarah.
Don't forget.
Shaw's-
We might have a
Shaw got
thumbnail.
the third.
Don't forget, I said 5-2 Cubs.
Nico Horner is one of the best hitters in baseball with guys in scoring position this season. He might be the best hitter. He might have the highest average with guys in scoring
His
position.
RISP numbers
So,
are great this year.
I mean, I
Look at that. Ball hit hard.
I
Good barrel.
love Bobby Blanco saying I think he dislikes playing Wrigley. No evidence. I just don't think he likes the field.
Live your life. Have your feelings.
Yeah. Hey, what
It's
did
all
the
good.
guy Cody said? No, don't let facts get in the way of a good story. Yeah. I mean, looking at 2025 and his performance at Wrigley, has it been that bad?
oh. No,
He is
Kyle
gonna
Tucker's
stick
been-
his tongue
Kyle
out on
Tucker's
that
been
slide.
He has
excellent.
hit 271,
He did. Somebody's
397,
body got in the way, but he-
465.
No, he's been
He-
excellent
he-
at Wrigley.
yeah.
What?
Nico stuck out his tongue like he was on a slip and slide.
His BABIP's only 284 too, so there's probably some growth.
Nico Horner is legitimately doing it all today.
Thank you, John. You're welcome into the studio whenever you want. If you feel like you could show more excitement, feel free to come in.
It's the Kyle Tucker count. Like it's gonna get the headlines. It's gonna get all the, it's gonna get all the discussion in the media circles in the next couple days and the next couple months. Like, but at the end of the day, like the guy will make the decision. It's gonna be the money will be number one. And I think he likes playing at Wrigley Field, but we don't know. That's all It's all speculative.
I saw
think-
him on a boat.
But
Yeah.
no offense, who wouldn't want to play at Wrigley Field?
Right.
Like it is. I mean, most people
Well,
in the baseball world talk about how nice it is.
Alex Bregman didn't
they
want
love
to.
playing in front of a packed house. It's a real rare thing to play in front of a packed house during the middle of the week. It just is. However, it's also a very rare thing to have to play in 40 degrees for the first 3 months of the season.
Yes.
And that's something some guys do take seriously. But his numbers have not been hurt by it, despite the fact that we were told that the wind caused everybody to have bad years last year.
Who would say something like that?
I think too, if you
I
follow Kyle Tucker on Instagram, he posts about series, him, Ian, and PCA hugging after wins. I mean, that could mean whatever. That could just be a marketing gimmick. We don't know his true feelings, right? And he's going to keep it quiet because, it is a business. At the end of the day, he's not going to let anything slip. But we do know that he appreciates that the Cubs have a deep farm system. He appreciates that they paid a lot of money for a very good manager. He appreciates the infrastructure in which they have in place. That much we do know. What comes next? Who knows? I would hope, though, and I would act and expect the Cubs to be super
boy.
aggress here.
Oh, right, Adam.
Yeah, that's a fly
Yeah.
out. To be
Well, at least he
super
didn't strike
aggressive
out.
here at the deadline to maximize the season he's having and to maximize the season PCA is having, because I know nobody wants to say it, but this could very well be the best season PCA has in the pros too.
Well,
that could happen, and they know that it's a special year. You got to throw in, you got to maximize.
And with that too, I mean, you keep Shaw. He's again cheap. Pete is cheap right now.
Yeah,
I mean, the only guys
6
that
years
you're
of control. Yeah.
Bush is cheap as well too. You're not really paying anyone at the catcher position right now. The only people you're paying are Suzuki, Happ, Swanson, and Horner. But Horner, again, for the value that
Horner's
he actually
cheap, too.
provides, he's cheap. So
Making $11 million a year.
you brought up money. Gore, again, he's fairly cheap because he's only going to be in arbitration. It's not even like he's on an open market for the next 2 years. So I think if you do this right and go get somebody that is controllable, a la Gore, that could improve your experience with Tucker. I do love Bobby Blanco, though, saying I don't think he likes the walls and ivy. I know it's a crazy thought process. I love it.
Yeah, keep feeling.
Dig into the crazy. Put
Keep
on
feeling how you
that
feel.
tinfoil hat, and maybe
Don't pick
Kyle
on
Tucker
Bobby
is,
Blanco.
is
He's
allergic.
one of our people.
I'm not saying.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
being genuine. I think it's
Well,
funny.
Bobby
the best
wants,
is to have an
Class A.
opinion and have no evidence and
That's
just
true.
believe it full-heartedly.
That's everything I say.
I respect it. Again, don't let facts get in the way of a good story.
yeah. Yeah, Luke, what, trademark 1998?
That's
When,
right.
when'd you get in the biz? Yeah.
I gotta
whole career based on that.
go eat my hot dog. But Kevin, you are wrong. Nico Horner does not have the highest batting average with runners in scoring position. Maybe he will after today, but who does? He's second. Horner's second.
Oh.
384.
What league?
American.
Cal Raleigh?
Up the middle. No, up the middle.
Bobby Witt Jr.?
No, right position. Not the Central.
What's his face in Oakland?
Not even Wilson. AL East.
Oh, Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette.
He's having a great year.
I'm pretty surprised by that. Yeah,
Bounce
Bichette's
back
been-
year for Bo
Bichette's
Bichette.
been tough.
Yeah.
Over the past couple of seasons. So the fact that he's really bounced back.
Bo Bichette was a Cubs trade target in the offseason, too. They had discussions
We tried to
about
get
having
him here.
play third.
Tried to get him and Vlad.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way you can look at. And they did put Thielbar in. Yeah, I knew it'd be a pretty quick hook for Ben Brown. They're not going to mess around. They're going to let him leave on a high note. It's been really tough going. I don't hate this move at all. This is what Counsell likes to do. He likes to play the matchups. I like this. This is fine by me. Because,
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I don't have the numbers in front of me right now.
I'm not gonna wring my hands on it, but at 57 pitches with this series coming up, I could have also put a thumbs up to bring Ben Brown back out and try and see if you can get 3 more outs.
I don't have the numbers in front of me. I have French fries in front of me. But
Today's a good day then.
I would expect to if I look at Ben Brown's splits right now, going through the lineup a third time probably doesn't benefit him based on the last couple of starts.
That's fair.
So let him leave on a high note. He pitched well today, a couple of hits, made one mistake early on in the year, but the hook looked great. Quite a few strikeouts today. And I'm going to just say this.
Ben Attendee after giving up that bomb.
He didn't walk anybody, did he?
I think you're right.
Sean, Ben Brown didn't walk anybody today, did he? So that's, if you're taking away anything, it's the low walks, because that means he was in command of his pitches.
Yeah,
today.
final line for Ben Brown today: 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. Obviously, the Benintendi home run, 4 Ks.
Job well done.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Necessary.
No walks?
no
I
walks.
was worried about giving him another start. I
Right.
guess this turned out to be the right team, although they've been hitting, look at game 1 of the series.
Or did they pull him out because they're trading him right now?
Oh,
Whoa, Kevin!
Hey, man,
That's
I don't know.
That's some nice next level thinking right there.
no, they thought they got max effort.
Yeah, and he was good
Ended
today,
on a
but
high note.
that's
Yeah,
what you can expect.
and what did we did a couple shows this last week about the very concept of we were sick and tired of seeing the bullpen day, and typically the day that Ben Brown would pitch, and how many more turns were we going to have to go through that before the deadline. And Luke, I loved your point too of a lot of the guys that we're talking about, especially the Alcantras of the world, if that even is still in the mix. You said it, that you would want them for the series coming up over the next 3 days or another turn. And
Absolutely. All those, it was Alcantara, it was Bubic,
Seth Lugo.
and
It was the same day.
I'm sorry, yeah.
It was Lugo went the same day.
It was Alcantara, and it was
And we had Taj Bradley on the Rays.
Taj Bradley,
we're not
but there
doing
was
that.
one more starter that
Yeah.
threw that day. Who threw against Alcantara?
Keep going. I'll find it. I know what you're talking about.
But I said, yeah, if they're going to make one of those deals for one of those guys, I want them right now because they line up to pitch right now.
Cease.
Cease.
Yeah.
I said, do it now so they pitch against the Brewers.
Yep.
I don't need to go with some bullpen game against the Brewers. I don't know what they're lining up to have. They pushed Boyd back to try and line him up. They're holding Boyd to try and get him, I believe, on Monday against the Brewers. Then what do they have after that?
I don't know, because Showdown threw on Friday, so Showdown would probably get the Wednesday game, right?
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I didn't understand sticking with Showdown as long as they were sticking with him just to save the bullpen.
Yeah, you're going to miss
Because once Showdown didn't have it, I would have pulled him and saved his innings.
That's a good point. Yeah, I think you'd probably get Showdown on Wednesday, but I don't know who they'd get in the Tuesday game.
So lined up right now is Colin Ray versus Priester for Game 2. Game 1 we've already gone over.
If I could have Dylan Cease instead of Colin Ray in Game 2.
And then Peralta Eminaga on Wednesday, which should be a great game.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, listen.
Every game counts.
The Dylan Cease rumor kind of came out of nowhere. Buster Olney of ESPN was the first guy on that and said, listen, hey, the Padres and A.J. Preller are looking to push their chips in a little bit and kind of round out their roster. And I think they know, too, that Dylan Cease is not going to come cheap, and they have a lot of guys on 9-figure deals already in that organization. So if they can get younger, more athletic, and kind of their starting rotation, Cease isn't having the year he had last year when he threw the no-hitter.
That's the key. If they figure if he's not giving us
again though,
if he's not giving us 5A starts, then we might as well move that. We potentially could replace him with someone in another move.
Multiple guys, yeah. You'd get younger and better at different
You could take another pitcher, slide him in there, and then use other players for the position players that you need.
But again, give me the Dylan Cease in the Cubs organization over any other organization, maybe except for the Dodgers, because the Cubs have one of the best pitching infrastructures in the game. They've proven to find guys and make them great and maximize. Tommy Hotovy and all those guys that they pay to specifically look at what Brendan Miller looks at for fun. They have guys analyzing and getting paid a lot to look and see what works for what guys and what pitches and how can we develop this guy to throw this pitch because this is what he's missing. They give me Dylan Cease, give me any of those guys in the Cubs organization, and they will get better. Like, that is one thing I'm super confident about. So I'm fine with, if they want to buy low on a pitcher, and I don't think, again, Dylan Cease he's not having the year he had last year, but he's still not a bad player. Like, he's been middle of the road, maybe a little up and down middle of the road, couple bad starts.
Statistically, like his worst season since his rookie season.
Right.
Would I take Dylan Cease throwing in Game 3 of a playoff series?
Yes.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah, the whip is up this year.
I'd take my roll of the dice on that.
Did you catch that, Paul?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, the walks are up with Dylan Cease. Some of the old stuff that kind of held him back from being an elite pitcher have kind of resurfaced a little bit this year, but he was so great last year. And, man, Kevin, I'm with you, man. It's irrational because we keep talking about all these guys, and all these guys aren't these perfect lockdown elite players, some of the Mitch Kellers of the world. But, man, I trust Dylan Cease with Tommy Hotovy.
Yes, dude.
The Cubs pitch lab.
Yes.
And I do think that he could turn it around really quickly and become that force again. And Dylan Cease is play game 1, game 2, game 3. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Match him up against whoever, and I feel like we got a shot.
Yeah, I'm with you. By the way, I don't think I remember this shiny red belt.
It's a little Superman.
It's like a metallic red belt.
It's a little man of
I think he's
steel.
trying to turn his fortunes around with a shiny red belt.
I would love to see it.
Boy,
I'd like to see him put it in the seat series.
Is Jared
too.
at the ball game today? I think he's still on vacation. Yeah, I know he was going to Milwaukee. I was just wondering because that's the kind of hard hitting question I like to hear in a clubhouse. Hey. That shiny red belt, was that good luck charm? Is that what you were going for?
That's what I'm.
What's up with the
feeling it here?
Metallic red belt?
What, you got one of the metal belts? What's going on? Keep fighting.
Is that like Wonder Woman's belt?
What are we working with there? Is that DC? Is that MCU? Where are we going here? And what is your superpower?
How many hot dogs we got left over there, huh?
I don't know. We got
Did we each have one?
I've had one.
1, 2, 3.
They're
4.
delicious.
I had one.
5,
Yep.
So that's 5 right there.
I would do another one. I don't care about buns.
I'm going to eat the rest of my salad
I think
in front of you guys to make you feel bad.
Sean, did you just heat them up a little bit? Do a little heat up? Yeah. Oh, well, what were you doing out there?
You have a smoke?
Oh, you were eating now, so he was warming up a little bit. It's so cold in here.
Sure you weren't ripping a cig out there? Or?
It's for a long day.
Miz. Yeah, the Miz. We'll see.
Cubs up 4-1 here, top of 7. Thanks for tuning in the live chat. CHGO Crosstown Watchalong here.
Did you
We
bring up
appreciate all
Alan's
the chats.
comment yet?
The what?
Did you bring up Alan's comment yet? Cassie for Keller?
Casey.
Casey for Keller.
No,
No, I'm out on that.
we agree.
We talked a little bit about Mitch Keller at the beginning here for about 30 seconds, and here's what I'll say. Mitch Keller, good pitcher. Mitch Keller, stable pitcher. Mitch Keller, cost-controlled pitcher. I like all those things.
Not a huge swing and miss guy, though,
No.
right?
Well, you have Mitch Keller. You literally have the guy that was Mitch
Jamison
Keller.
Tyone?
Yeah, it was Mitch Keller before Mitch Keller, and he's Jamison Tyone.
like
younger,
I like Mitch Keller.
Right. And what
If
I
you're gonna
really want
trade
the
for
Cubs
him-
to acquire is a swing and miss
Yes.
frontline starter.
If you're going to get Mitch Keller and you're going to trade Owen Casey, there's another player in that trade. You're not trading Owen Casey for Mitch Keller. It's not going to happen. You don't see trades like that from any organization. That's not the market for Mitch Keller. I know that's what you're seeing in the reports because that's what the Pirates want. Of course, you're going to get the leaked information from the Pirates. Of course, they want the team's number one prospect for their third starting pitcher. Of course, that's what they want, but that's not what they're going to get. If you add David Bednar to that trade, then you can start talking about moving a guy like Owen Casey. But even that is not something I would prefer. I still think you could get around getting those two for less than the number one prospect in your organization.
2-1 Marlins. End of the 6th inning. Going to the 7th inning.
Did Vaughn homer? Is Vaughn even playing? I love that homer that he hit yesterday because that just shows me that he's going to continue to try to hit the ball to right field. And in a 7-3 deficit, he hits a homer.
Yeah, Vaughn in the lineup today, 1 for 3. Just looks like a single for right now. But yeah, Yeah,
he can stop anytime.
But I saw the stat. They're like 30th in most hitting stats. Like 30th in barrel percentage, 30th in average exit velocity, 30th in I think like expected slugging. Like
they're pesky and annoying, and
but you can only be pesky and annoying for so long. Like their max is exactly what the Diamondbacks did in 2023. There is no way that this team can win over 90 games. I understand they currently sit at the same spot where the Cubs are, but there is no way that they can match what the Cubs can do in August and September.
No, they've played out of their minds to catch the Cubs.
What a jump. I bet this guy steals.
Fangraphs has them, I believe, at 92 to win Brewers right now, and I think a lot of that has to do with...
There he goes. And
there's a number 30.
Nice throw.
Yeah,
That was
nice throw.
Craig's going to say, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. That was stuck.
He's
What
out.
am I doing?
That was a nice throw by Caro.
Also very weird, though, because, I mean, King Louis brings up what a jump. I mean, he was gone before that leg even lifted.
Caro was already in a stance to throw, too.
Right. Like, he was hopping up and catching it. Right. I mean,
Yeah, and you don't see that often, too. Tucker's actually... He's not a stolen base merchant, but he's really good at picking his spots. I think he has a
might
great
have been there, too.
career accuracy.
Yeah,
Yep.
just enough.
That was close, but
They're not challenged.
you don't need to challenge that one.
Craig said,
Save
No,
it. 3-1 Seiya.
That's the thing, too. Are the Brewers even going to add? Like, the Brewers are going to add something, like, so disgusting.
what if they had Suarez?
They're not adding Suarez. They don't have the prospects to add Suarez.
I don't know that they don't have the
That's
prospects.
the other
Here's
thing.
what I think
the Cubs
about the
have a better
Brewers.
prospect system.
I think they can ill afford to trade prospects for a guy like Suarez because that's how they have to build. They don't have the money to go pay a big free agent in the offseason. Like,
Yeah, their splash is half a season of CC. I know that was years ago,
Yeah.
but, when they make those type of moves...
Yeah, it
naked
was
guy,
CeCe and
look at that
Frankie, but
naked
that was
guy's
way
out on
longer
the
ago.
on the
No, I
deck
know.
out there having a drag.
They're-
I haven't seen naked guy in 6
I
months.
think he's got a TV out there as the gag. He was
You have
telling
a
me.
TV out there?
Yeah.
You having a smoke?
He's
Yeah.
Listen, the
I mean,
president of baseball operations for the Brewers, Matt Arnold, he was talking about how this year they're playing special baseball and they want to get better, and they are talking about which prospects we're going to part with. So they've had those discussions, and they are kind of in an opportunistic market for it, right? Because they don't need starting pitching, and that's what's going to cost a lot.
Yeah.
Their bullpen's been excellent. They're going to probably add a reliever, but where they need upgrades is on the left side of their infield. They lost, what's his name, to the Giants this offseason. Adames. And I know Adames isn't having the best year, but they lost a ton of firepower in that lineup losing Adames because William Contreras isn't having the year he's used to having. Yelich is having a good year, but he's still not above an 800 OPS. He's still not a 20 home run hitter. I think he's right below. I think he's sitting at 19. They need slug, and that's why Suarez makes so much sense for them. They don't have to give up a lot to just get Suarez. I mean, unless the Cubs are continuing to push that envelope and the Mariners are pushing that asking price up, he seems to make the perfect amount of sense for them.
Well, if the Cubs aren't getting them, I hope they do push the price up so high that the Brewers greatly overpay. And by the way, they need to consider whether or not Greg Braggs is going to be a spending owner in a couple years.
Greg Bragg Stadium 2029 is going to be a
GBF,
different
Greg Bragg's
He's
experience.
going to
Field.
start making. He's going to
GBF,
get
Greg
like
Bragg's Field.
5% of their concessions.
Yeah.
First 10,000
I'm
fans
actually
get a
surprised
break.
at how many top 100 prospects the Brewers had. I guess I have been
They
sleeping
got a top
on the
10 guy.
Brewers.
I know
Yeah, Jesus Made, or I don't know
Yeah.
how exactly to say his name. Jesus Made is exactly what it looks like written out. But they also have Luis Pena, who's bordering on a top 30. They have Cooper Pratt, who's just below Owen Casey.
Yeah,
So
he's
they
gonna
have
hear a
two
lot
guys that technically are above the Cubs' top prospect. And then there's a guy at 50. They have Edgar Caro's brother,
they've got-
Jefferson
they
Caro.
could do it.
And then a guy at 80.
They have prospects. Yeah.
So, where is Alcantara the second highest rated Cubs prospect?
Ballesteros.
Oh, Ballesteros.
And then it's
Rojas,
Rojas,
yeah.
and then Alcantara.
So Alcantara,
fourth.
the Cubs' fourth prospect, is 2 spots ahead of the Brewers' fifth highest prospect. So, at least looking at the top 100, it seems comparable to
Yeah,
what they
and
have.
then, the Brewers have a top 10 guy who.
But
you know,
that's a guy that they will not deal.
no,
Like
not
that's a
for-
guy that exactly like Churio, not next year, but probably 2027. That kid's getting called up and extended.
Yeah, they do not have a single regular in their lineup with an OPS over 772.
Disgusting. And that's the thing.
It's annoying.
Is like this
It's
isn't
annoying.
even a win year for them. They are fairly stuck to the Yelich contract, and they are just waiting for Churio to take over as the guy. And if Churio takes over next year, maybe their plans look a little bit different. But like they just need, when Churio starts to contribute, Contreras to start picking it up.
And
then hopefully
Churio's been great the
Jesus
last
Mate
month.
is-
He's been hitting the cover off the ball, but the problem is there's not enough of it. It's too far and few between. Like if they add a veteran hitter, they're a force because say what you want about the Milwaukee Brewers. I mean, that Quinn Priester trade looks like an awesome win for them. The Churio contract looks like an awesome contract for them.
They've gotten bang for their buck out of Jose Quintana this year.
Yeah, that was a great.
It's
that was
just-
a great
They
signing.
annoying.
traded an all-star closer and have another all-star closer.
And that all-star closer in New York lost his job and had to work his way.
Hate on the Brewers all you want, and again, I know that we do that a lot in the chat, and that nobody likes the Brewers, but man, they are a smart
that's-
team. They make the right
right.
moves, and they're going to make the right moves here at this deadline too. They will make moves here. They're going to.
A smart team, absolutely, but I don't think they're an actual threat to the 2025 Cubs.
I tend to agree with you on that.
I think that they are
I
an
would agree.
extremely smart team and will be very, very pesky every single year for the Cubs, but this is a year that they should not be a pest to the Cubs.
I tend to agree. I think that
Let's check in on that on Wednesday if the Brewers sweep the Cubs, though, in the next 3 games. I mean,
that's
I'm
coming
not
up.
going
Oh,
to
I
be,
didn't
but
even
there will be
know.
a lot of people in the chat. Yeah, they go to Miller Park tomorrow
So
for
Miz
3
is
games.
tomorrow?
Yeah,
Miz
Miz is
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Then they throw Priester, Colin Ray on Tuesday. Then Wednesday it's Showdown versus Peralta.
You guys got the worst of it.
Yeah.
oh,
You got their three
We got
best
the bunch.
pitchers.
That's
and
by
then we
design.
host them in
by
the week
design.
after that. But I mean, it's just the reason why I think not only coinciding with the Brewers in this white hot streak that they cannot maintain. It's also the fact that they've managed to catch the Cubs, and also the fact that they're about to play them this week. It's kind of this perfect storm that I think is giving Cubs fans a real sense of urgency isn't the right word. Agita, nervousness, anger. I mean, I think a lot of the things that frustrated Cubs fans last year about the team, and this team is completely different. This Cubs team from last year's.
Yeah, it's much better.
But
team.
we see it in the chat sometimes of like, oh, here they come. This is where they drop off. And I think it is more of a confluence of different events and things that are going on with the Brewers more than how the Cubs are playing and how they're going to be constituted as a team in a week. So it's interesting. I'm with you, Sean. It's just it's
More
getting a little tight.
importantly, where do you stand on that?
What's that?
Just letting people know I don't care.
Onions?
onions,
Ketchup
and
on a hot dog.
Oh.
ketchup and onions.
Oh, I do
Very
it.
north sider of you.
I don't know what that means.
It's very north side of you to put
Ketchup and onions?
Yes, we don't do that on the south side.
Okay.
We have the shame bell. We have the ketchup.
But I don't
ketchup
understand why
shame bell.
anybody cares what anybody puts on a hot dog.
That's fine. I don't care. I just
You don't
also-
remember the great
you
Chicago
care.
South Side Act of
Congratulations, you're eating-
1972?
You're eating a
banning
beautifully
ketchup?
grilled hot dog.
care less
I
about.
wouldn't put ketchup on my hot dog, and that's all I'm going to say.
You
I
care
did on the
less
first
about
one.
what you put on a hot dog versus what uniforms teams wear. Which do you care more about? Because I don't care about either
What's
one.
your
either.
uniform beef?
No, I don't care about it at all. You know what I care about, and we can all agree on this on both sides of town. This city's traffic makes me want to chop my head off.
Amen.
Open
When
the
I
door,
left
speak.
here on Wednesday to go to Arlington Heights, I looked at Joey and I said, "Oh, an hour, not bad, but I bet you it takes more than that." You know how long? How long you think? It
I
took
wished
me?
you luck
2:15.
on an hour commute as a joke.
If you're complaining, 2:15.
2:40 to get to Arlington Heights. That's like 19 miles.
It's Christopher Nolan
It
traffic.
took you 2 hours and 40 minutes to get here.
2 hours and 40 minutes to get to Arlington Heights. You know how long it took me to get
there an
down?
accident?
I got from Madison
Yeah.
to get on the expressway,
Uh-huh.
and you have to turn left to go down the ramp.
Oh, yeah, that took you 15 minutes.
And the people coming the other way are so impatient turning onto the ramp
Yeah.
that they go 4 wide. They keep going around each other, so they block the ramp off.
And if you're a poor pedestrian, you'll get killed.
Yes. And I sat there on Madison by the Whole Foods for an hour
Ugh.
just waiting to get on the ramp.
Yeah, this seems
Then
like
when
a
I got on the ramp,
skill
I
issue.
put the car in park for 20 minutes. In park.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
And then you get to the next, I'm trying to think what it is. It's like
Jeez.
the next street that comes down on a ramp. You go through the same
It's like
process
Augusta, right? Or
again. That
North?
one's closed for some reason.
Well, let's get solutions oriented here. What's
Anyways,
what's the solution?
traveling
The
in this
solution-
city is it's just absurd.
What do we do?
The solution
Flying
right
cars?
now,
Like,
at
what-
least for 1994, is that the expressway only leads to O'Hare.
What?
So you need the actual express lane that it has been, and it's only going one way as well. It's not going both ways.
I drive on it almost every single day. When are they actually working on
They're
it?
not.
There's
I thought
like
they were done.
5 lanes closed off, and there's not a single
shot.
person working on the thing.
White Sox.
That ball
That
got through
is,
there.
I
Miguel
will.
Vargas getting on base versus
I will
lefty.
say
You love to see it.
I will say moving back here, and I will just say this
LA's
is an
is bad, I know.
LA is bad, but I will say this is a general observation that I do feel like that when the turnaround time of beginning a project, I've seen good things and I have seen some not so great things. As in the working on one particular area takes forever. Like they repaved Lakeshore Drive last summer,
Yeah.
and I think they actually did a really great job of it. They did a lot of
Yeah,
it at
both
night.
sides, north and south.
Yeah,
lanes,
and they flipped it pretty quick. I am then asking that same question about our wonderful highway on
Nobody's
the other side,
working
our
on it.
94. Yeah.
Our wonderful highway. That thing sucks. Also, no offense, Luke. I think it's fairly a skill issue on your half. You just got to get off. You got to at least go west and not east onto 9094. You got to go west and try to go up
Once you're
north.
stuck on Madison, trying to get down the ramp, you think it's going fine. You get across that last stoplight at Halstead, you're stuck. There's nowhere to go.
Well, and your other option is too. What you could take Ashland, and Ashland's a pain in the neck too because there's
Terrible.
stoplights every 5
Terrible.
seconds. Yeah, it's
Terrible.
That's what I take Ashland to get home most of the time.
and then
takes
if
a
I
while.
take Ashland and I go to get on the expressway eventually, now I'm too far to get in the express lanes.
So we need to make cars more expensive.
Or fly.
No.
I need the Jetsons to start coming through here.
Better public transit. We need light trains all across this country.
Monorail.
I want to
No.
go.
We're gonna get
I want to
further?
go to New
Oh.
York in 10 minutes.
I just had a friend from out of town saying, because I used to live by the Blue Line, hey, how's the Blue Line from O'Hare? I said, it's fine. 5 minutes after I told him, I looked at the news, somebody was just stabbed on the Blue Line. I'm like, never mind. Hey, take that back.
I don't mind the blue line. The blue line's fine.
I like the blue line. I take the blue line to get to O'Hare.
Blue
That's
line's
like
fine.
my preferred way of getting to O'Hare now.
All right, we got
I took the
Douglas on
red
the pond
line.
here a
I
little
took
bit.
the red line to the cell on Friday too, down to 35th there. It's an easy ride.
The rate.
People are talking about
Yeah,
the bad
rates,
throw by
sorry.
Matt Shaw that lets Miguel Vargas get onto second, but no one's talking about the major league hitter against left-handers and batting average, Edgar Caro, getting a single.
Another tough inning for Drew Pomeranz. Starting to stack.
Well,
starting
again,
to
but
stack
no,
some
but again,
performances.
on here.
I don't want to say it's a bad inning for Drew Pomeranz because Vargas should be out at first. I mean, it should be 2 outs.
I mean, it was a
It was a deep throw at
It was
third.
a
I
tough
guess. And Bush
throw.
Bush has
Bush
been really good at picking
usually
those
makes
all
those.
year long. So when it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna. I think that was
Get a good look at Montgomery here at the plate.
the anomaly here.
I
He's
don't
got a
know.
little
If you guys,
young Hawk Harrelson in his face.
Colson is a big
Little
dude
young
too.
Hawkaroo.
Yeah.
the nose
I see
hawk,
some
yeah.
Hawk. Another lookalike.
He looked like me.
Again, I'm going to defend Drew Pomeranz to the end of the world. If you guys don't want him, we'll take him. Adrien Houser for Drew Pomeranz.
Deal.
I mean,
That's not actually what I would do, but
Yeah,
Let's send
that'd
it
be-
in.
That's a silly
Shall
trade
we?
on your part.
silly trade. We got him from Round Rock AAA. Houser was
Rico
nothing.
Petrocelli once said to me,
Yes. When you have a lefter as big as
Yeah,
two Pomeranz,
Houser
you
was-
could just throw that curveball all day.
Hauser was in the Cubs organization last year. I didn't realize that. I kind of forgot about that.
Fat. Kevin, you don't understand how fat this man was last year.
It was funny that when he came
he's just
over from
trimmed
the
up, huh?
Sox,
Was
was
and
it
then in the
45
broadcast
pitched against
they
the
said,
Mets,
you need
didn't
to
he?
eat a
And
salad.
everyone was
SNY
like,
was like,
look at him.
look how
They-
skinny he is.
They were like almost being like, yeah, they're being
Rude?
quite blatant about it. They were like, my
Is
God.
that the guy that Steve Stone shamed? Oh, no.
No, that's it. It's the actual guy playing the team. Edgar Caro's average is above 420 against left-handers.
Look at that right there. That side view, young Hawkaroo.
There is no
Back
chance.
when I was playing against Craig
that-
Nettles.
Going
There's
out with
no
Yaz.
chance Colson should get a ball to hit here.
Got it up. Did that stay
That
in?
is not a pitch to hit also. That's a beautiful pitch from Pomeranz.
Yes. That's what you do against rookie.
Good battle there.
That's why we can't trade him for Hauser.
All right, two dead.
That
Bottom of
is,
7. Yeah, so the Cubs hats, Sean, are just the regular Cubs hats with the baseball Hall of Fame logo.
that
on
is.
there.
There is no new hats or fun things from the Cubs, which is fine. Hey, whatever. There isn't really a throwback for Chicago because they got it right the first time.
Who brought the little mini Oreo cupcakes there?
I know you like the sweets,
I
Luke.
saw it. Well,
I don't know what kind of sweets
I
you
didn't know
like,
that I
so-
was going to go, but when I saw the size of the cupcake, I was like, well, that's hard to turn down.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to do something to
One
make,
of those isn't going to hurt
make
you.
people feel obligated to hit a sweet, but if you had a hankering for a sweet, it is a barbecue
I'm
kind of
gonna
day.
starting tomorrow. I'm going on the Adrien Houser plan.
Did you try any of the salad?
I did not try the salad.
I'm going to go have more of
Tomorrow.
my salad.
Kevin,
The
he
salad
said
fr-
tomorrow.
The salad, half-eaten salad from Wendy's is still up there, Kevin.
I'm going to go eat the rest of it.
Today is today. Tomorrow is
The
tomorrow.
partially yellow romaine lettuce that's in that box.
So bring me one of them Oreo cupcakes while you're at it. Tomorrow I'm going on the Hauser.
That's what he's going to go. Right now, Kevin's going up there. He's going to put a plate of salad out, and then on top, he's going to have 3 of those mini cupcakes on top instead of croutons.
Instead of croutons.
Bobby Blanco saying Council is not effing around today. He wants the win. It's a really weird spot because I thought they were even kind of wasting Pomeranz bringing him in here because they didn't want to throw a righty against Benintendi, and Vargas has been terrible against lefties. So I understand the idea of going to Pomeranz, but I think you gotta. It's only a 4-1 game, but maybe that's where you throw somebody with a little bit more of length. I don't know if I think Flexen just pitched yesterday, so there isn't probably a spot to work in someone with
He had to
length,
eat
but-
on Friday.
Fridays when he
Yeah.
Presley.
Presley
and yes,
threw last night and gave
Zoff.
up a run, but yeah.
Kevin has been let go. We have to make an announcement.
That's how we do it.
Can we get the
It-
solo cam on
it's
me?
like-
We have to now announce the firing of Kevin Wells. Kevin Wells has departed CHGO. I believe he's still getting some of his
comes
nasty ass
here
salad.
comes
We'll
the
from
remember
Wendy's.
salad
him for his Wendy's
We have fired him for his
salads.
choice
Here he
of
comes
salad.
for cupcake croutons.
To Bobby's point, just really quick,
Here's Brazier.
Yes. Yes. 100% it does. It's
All
got
right,
a little,
quit
it's got a little bit of
flaunting
the
your
red,
health.
greenish.
Your health in
little
front of
red
us.
around the edges.
There's a part of it.
Healthy weekend for me. I consumed a few Teddies at the game on Teddy Brewskis at the game on Friday and Saturday, and so
I had the brisket
Salad.
nachos at the rate last night. Holy
Sounds
moly.
Good.
Delicious.
I like the rates food.
It's
Haven't been in
great.
a while, but
I also
great
committed.
there.
So on Friday,
That was quick.
Wow.
That
All
was
right,
quick.
ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on.
that's why you bring in Brazier.
Oh,
Yeah, you want
yeah.
circle of
What
trust.
up?
He's in my triangle.
My cousin put down quite a big bet on Mike Talkman to homer on Friday, and when he homered, he stood up, started yelling. I was pumped for him because Cubs were already losing the game at that point. So I stood up and I was like, yeah, and I smacked him on the leg and knocked his beer over. So, whoops.
He didn't win any money then. He lost all the money on that beer he had to buy.
I had a good time.
Joey.
I had a good time at the raid
Joey.
on Friday. A lot of
Robert.
Sox fans are fun to hang out with sometimes. They are they're a fun group. We were sitting by some Sox fans, even the ushers giving us little banter back and forth. It was a fun environment on Friday, even though the game was not competitive. It was a good time. This rivalry, it has changed over the years. There's no doubt about it, but it is still so fun.
Well, it's easy
I'm
to
walking
tap
into the
into
game
meatballs.
with my
It's-
cousin's wearing a Sox jersey. I'm wearing a Cubs jersey. We're just we're not even close to the ballpark yet. And like people getting off the bus, hey, go Sox, hey, go Cubs. Like people like, hey, the Cubs, the Sox, like it's fun. Like I don't know, I love it is kind of a fun weekend, and even when the White Sox are as bad as they've been the last 2 years, the games are still competitive. It's still fun baseball, and like I don't know, I do appreciate that about our baseball passion in this city. It's fun to be a part of on both sides of town. It's fun to sit in the ballpark and give each other a little banter, as long as you're not physically hitting anybody, you're not doing anything above and beyond. You know, it's fun. That's what sports is about.
I don't know that I don't think Yankees Mets is as good as Cubs Sox, to be honest with you.
I mean, I've never
I
experienced.
feel like
so I
it's
don't
more
know about
violent.
Well, aren't we closer? It's like 9 miles, isn't it?
that. Is it?
I think it's less than 10
Flushing,
miles between the two ballparks.
I don't know where
You just take the red line.
the Bronx and Queens.
Is
how
there
far are
not
those
like
apart? I
a
don't know.
train that connects the two? Is what you're saying?
I just think you're pretty, like, Chicago's on a smaller scale. We're north side and south side are pretty close.
Yeah, that's 10 miles.
Yeah.
And what can you take?
How far
You have to
are
take the 4 and the 5 train to the 7. I'm such a New Yorker.
How far are those two ballparks?
9.7 miles to 10
Oh, so they're
miles.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 9 miles in New York is like, might as well be 700 miles.
Right.
Take you all day to get there.
Yeah, I mean, it's 35. It's like an hour-long train ride for city to Yankee. It's 35 to go right to Wrigley right now.
I did that once.
What?
There was the one day when it's pretty rare that you have both teams in town playing a day game. It's really rare. And I don't know what year it was. I'm just going to, maybe 2015 or 16. Sierra Santos and I started at the Sox game, took the red line, and watched the rest of the game at Wrigley in the same afternoon.
That's really cool.
And it was like, well, that's a rare opportunity. It's like, let's do it.
And that's
why not?
That's the best one is when you get a true red line doubleheader where the Cubs game starts at 1:20 on a Friday,
Yeah.
and then you can go to the 6:40 game or 7:10 game on the south side of
Yeah, this was both games like started, I think, at the same time. It was both like they were both day games, and we finished at Wrigley.
And Niren brings up a good point too. And Mets were an expansion team at 62, so that is like the true
It's not
difference.
around as long. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, this has been Cubs have been around since 1887, Sox since 1901. So I mean, this has been a 120-year rivalry, 125-year rivalry.
I again don't have this is just pure speculation, but I would speculate that the Yankees have owned the Mets for a number of years. I feel like this Cubs-Sox rivalry's kind of gone. Each team kind of has its year or stretch of years, and then it evens out.
I think Colson.
Foul ball, but nice play.
It doesn't matter because he caught it and he's
that
out.
was a line drive. Nice.
I agree with the effeminate leg crossing guy. Oh, don't worry, we can get more effeminate. Look at my legs. Look at my beautiful, beautiful hairy
yeah,
legs.
but you should have seen how he grilled a dog.
There's that wingspan paying off right there. He's a big, tall dude right
That's
there.
basketball right there.
I thought he
Yeah,
was going to
nice
be their
play.
shortstop, though.
Well, so, Colson Montgomery should be a building block for the White Sox, right? Playing shortstop. But for some stupid reason, we have him playing third base when he didn't even play third base that much in the minor leagues. We've moved Chase Mydroth, who in the future will be a second baseman. He's playing shortstop because Lenine Sosa has to butcher second base
and
because
get fooled by Nico Horner.
Nico Horner, because also Benintendi can't DH or play left field. So if Benintendi's playing left field, then Sosa gets to DH. If Sosa can't DH, he's playing second base and moving everyone over. But Robert's hurt, so we have to put Robert at DH, and now Sosa plays second, and Benintendi plays left. So this is easily our worst defensive outcome
Why
possible.
did it take so long? I know Colson didn't have he was a highly touted prospect for a long time, and there was ups and downs, and there was, but man, you're telling me he wasn't good enough to start on the White Sox to start the year?
Well, he was, and the issue is the White Sox knew he was good enough to start out of spring training.
Right.
They said that he was good enough to. Well, hold on.
I'm listening.
He plays the first 3 games in spring training and then misses 3 weeks because of his back. So there was just no games that he was playing. He wasn't ready for Major League Baseball. And then when he gets down to Charlotte, he's hitting like 150 in the first month. So he's hurt during spring training. You don't even see enough of him, even though clearly by talent he's better than Amaya and he's better than Capra, who ends up coming in. But he just wasn't ready to get the call up. I think if you call a guy up like that who has not shown anything, you're probably going to get some bickering from a team with some veterans. I mean, like, that kid did not earn his spot up, and also I think they didn't want to rush him. Like, I mean, you could just you could see that he's probably the most talented, but also you're throwing him in the deep end when he hasn't proven anything at Charlotte. I think you want him to be.
So you thought they organizationally handled it the right way?
Oh, absolutely. Because
Okay.
he's talked about his confidence.
Because I was wondering,
his confidence was in the dirt.
I knew he was
Comes
having
from
a hard time in AAA. That much I was, following you on that, following the Sox Machine guys. I knew he wasn't having the best stretch, but it struck me as I would have thought they would have maybe called him up a little earlier, just in a season where you want to get guys run, you want to see what they're made of, and let them struggle at the big leagues. But I get it. That the way you explained it makes more sense now to me. It would have been, I don't know. To me, it might have been a little bit better to get him up early, let him struggle in the big leagues early in a season that's already lost. But
well, I think the thing
he's
is
here now, and he's got 3 months to play.
He was already struggling, so the fact that you can call him up with confidence and not have him, like, the fact that he was able to show what he has been in the first 15 games is like a huge saving grace. So, and I don't think that he would have been able to show that if you call him up in May or June. Because he even showed it a little bit after he was called up from Arizona, and they still gave him some time. Like, I think you probably could have talked yourself into him being called up then, but I think they handled it right.
Okay.
Because with Shaw, it's different. Like, Shaw is going, like, at the end of 2025, Shaw will be your third baseman, and that's even leading into the postseason where you'll get more playing time. With Colson, it's like you don't have to start the clock if you don't want to. Where Shaw, you pretty much are in a spot where you need a third baseman. So you got to, I think, commit to growing that player.
I didn't really take that into consideration either. The service time clock, and options and things like that. Yes, yeah. That's all.
I mean, that wasn't even really like the true reason they didn't call him up. I mean, they would have loved to burn his service time from day one. They just didn't. He wasn't ready. Like, that wasn't the reason that they didn't call him up.
How many options do you? I know it depends on, like. Does it depend?
What
on
up,
anything?
Sam?
How many prospects or how many call-ups and send-downs do you get?
You get 3 minor league options, but the options don't take place when you're actually, like, optioned. So Colson now will he hasn't used an option because he hasn't been optioned back down. So this technically hasn't used a minor league option for him.
Correct. Yeah.
But I think if he plays out the rest of the year, he'll lose an option because he played part of a year in spring training. But, like, if they send him down next year and then call him back up, like, that will use one of his options. But the option's used for 2026. It's 3 option years. It's not like the actual optioning to AAA. It's the years in which you can actually be optioned to AAA. So he can be optioned next year, and he could be optioned in 2027. And if they use all of his options, then he'll be out of options.
Right.
But like with Vaughn had 3 options because he never was sent down to AAA. Like, Vaughn just played 150 games in the minor leagues, was called up, never got sent back down, had all 3 of his options this year, and then they finally used it this year.
Sent him down.
Yeah. So, look at this, just steal. Look at, I think it's Horner, just walking to second base.
Dansby, that's the second time today he struck out on a fastball in on the hands that starts up
Happ,
and falls down.
And
all right, Nico, 2 on with a guy in scoring position again. Let's see if he can do it again.
What has Happ done today? Why is Becky saying Happ needs to be benched? This is so much vitriol for a player that I have not even seen him on the screen today. He just walked to second base. Kevin, you want Mike Vassell?
Not really. No. Not
People
not
like
entirely.
there's a very small group of White Sox fans that really wanted Mike Vassell to be the All-Star. The All-Star game representative for 0 reason.
The real Sam YT. What's up, dude? What's up, CHGO Sports? How we doing? We're doing good, man. Thanks for tuning in. KM, let Shaw lead off. No. David Snyder, shoes flop fans.
You're good.
David's
Don't
been in
read
the
that
chat quite a bit.
Daniel saying bigger bust, Gordon Beckham or Anthony Volpe. I think it's got to be Beckham because Volpe at least showed something. I don't think that
pretty good in the postseason last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, right. And Volpe,
I don't remember being interviewed after a World Series win, right?
Yeah, Volpe 86
ALS
OPS
win?
plus, but 8.3 WAR. I don't think Gordon had a 8.3 WAR in his thing. Leak wants to bench Happ when you get Gino. Where are you playing Gino? Are you putting him in left field?
The
or
answer
are you
is not
moving
Volpe
Shaw
or
to left
Beckham.
field?
It's Josh Vitters.
Josh Vitters. Oh, biggest bust. Yeah.
Well, in that, if you got Suarez, I think people are saying you can play Seiya in left. Happ can sit the bench.
Who's DHing?
Matt Shaw, or Suarez.
What?
Suarez DHs and Shaw plays third.
Yeah, that makes more sense because
Yeah.
again, the best thing that Shaw does consistently, I mean, outside of the throw to
But
get
I think
Vargas earlier,
that's
is
where
defense.
that's where that thought is coming from. If they did want to give Happ some time to, mental break, a couple days, like that could be another potential lineup that Council could use. And I don't necessarily disagree with it. I think if Happ continues to struggle at the plate, he's not. I'm not going to overreact to it, but I think that could be another potential way in which the Cubs get better offensively while Happ struggles. Maybe you don't guarantee him a spot in left field every single game. Maybe he starts a couple times a week, and the other times, you're DHing Suarez, and you find playing time for all these guys. Whatever's going to maximize your offensive output to end the year. I don't hate that idea, and I think that's the reason I really want Suarez, is because I think, you add another superstar hitter in your lineup. He's almost got 40 bombs. I mean, that opens things up a lot more and gives you a lot more play and run for the manager to kind of screw around with and figure out what to do. So
Another 9+ pitch at bat for Horner today.
yeah, wow, holy
Has
cow.
Suzuki been playable in left field?
Yeah, he's playable out there. I mean,
I know he's terrible right.
It's not ideal.
I
Like
don't
again,
love
it's
it.
not. It's not like you're going to get superstar def. I mean, he's got a hell of an arm. He's got a cannon for an arm, but it's certain miscues when the ball bangs off the wall or taking the wrong angle to the ball. It's some of the other things that it's just not aesthetically pleasing sometimes to watch him play left field or right field. There won't be a lot of, what am I trying to say? Taking the wrong routes to the ball or dropping fly balls, or especially in Wrigley. It's hard to play the outfield in Wrigley, especially down in those wells, because the ball will bang off the sidewall, get stuck in the ivy, take weird caroms, and he's just not good at reading those, So, but to answer your question, long-winded answer, yes, he can play left field, and I think, if Happ does continue to struggle, I think you'll see more Seiya in left if they get Suarez. I think that'll be more of an option and be used a little bit more. But again, that's to be seen.
I mean, do people want Happ to be Barry Bonds though?
Well, that's the other thing is
He's got a 1.7 WAR, 105 OPS plus. The reason why is, OPS plus is down 15% is, I think, explainable, because you can talk about the oblique injury. Like, I'm with Bobby. Just give him 2 more weeks. It seems super reactionary to get rid of Happ. Again, you also can't get rid of him, as Kevin mentioned. He's got a no trade clause.
Daniel Kalin saying, doesn't Suarez have a least bit of experience at first? No, he does not. I thought he would have too. I thought he would have at least played a few games there, but I had to look that up. He's got no games at first base in his career. And I thought, yeah, that was something I was thinking about with the Michael Busch thing before the Cubs were starting him against lefties a little bit more often.
Wow.
I continued to think about the platoon option there. But, yeah, no, Suarez has never played first base in his
Kevin,
career.
I think that someone brought up you getting fired earlier.
Yeah.
You're lying to the people.
What?
You are lying to the people right now. Shame on you. You're lying
Suarez
to the people.
played first base?
He's played first base once.
Oh, okay. When?
2025.
Was it this year?
This year.
Yeah, it was this year. Okay.
2025.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, we got a rundown.
And it was only for 2 innings. It wasn't even like a full start or anything.
Oh,
what the hell?
Oh, AJ, we're gonna get an AJ.
Yeah. Punch him.
Yeah, he's home.
Punch
He's
him
in
in
the
the
middle of
face.
the base. He's in.
Wait, he's home.
Yeah, he was base path interference.
God damn it. And there you go. Happy and smart. Just trucking over Montgomery.
Come on, Will. You know it was right.
Those Montgomery was standing right in the middle of the base path. You can't do that. You got to give the runner room to maneuver. You can't stand right in his way. That is the one rule. So the base path is determined
No, I
when a
get it.
guy
I
makes a
just-
tag for the ball. So the base path is
Can't hear this.
determined.
Did they do this on purpose to try and get? I don't think so.
Happ ran home on purpose. But also Colson was just standing and
This is
Colson's in the way.
this is AJ versus Barrett right there.
No.
Happ's a
That's a
big
great
Happ's
play,
a
though.
big man too. I mean, that does two big men running into each other, but
Yeah, so what
That's
happened was
hurt.
it's a ground ball that the Sox end up trying to run the first baseman or tagging the runner at first base, like getting him in a rundown. Happ then runs home to get the attention off Horner. They throw it home to surrender the out, but then Happ just gets Montgomery in base runner interference. That's nuts. Suarez played some shortstop.
What
Move
inning
Dansby
was
to
the
left
Nico
field.
play?
wasn't Suarez a shortstop prospect? Like,
Yeah.
wasn't he drafted as a shortstop?
Yeah. I didn't know he played with Detroit.
Yeah, the Tigers drafted him, right?
I had no idea.
Tigers then Reds, right?
Yeah, Tigers and Reds. I don't know who he's traded for.
So I am sorry to the chat for lying to you. Suarez has played 2 innings of first base this year in his career. So that must have been recent because when I looked it up, it was on the show.
Yeah.
He had no first base experience because I figured he may have, with the Reds, you know, in their cast of characters that they continue to throw out there year after year, I figured he may have had, you know,
It's 2 innings
some sort
too,
of.
so
but,
it's not crazy.
no. But I am a liar. Thank you for pointing that out.
You're welcome.
Did Shaw have a swing and miss today?
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, that was a crazy stat from Chris Kampka. 1 swing and miss since the All-Star break.
It's crazy.
I know Brendan Miller.
He
likes to
whiffed
do
on a
that.
slider. So, yeah. 1 whiff.
Demote him.
Demote him. Puts that ball in play. There we go. Yeah, he played some shortstop with Cincinnati too, but I didn't even know he was with Detroit. He was traded for Alfredo Simon, somebody that I completely forgot existed. An update to all the Cubs fans: bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Yelich just struck out swinging. There's a runner on first for Milwaukee. Bottom 8th, Churio up, 2-1 lead. You have Vaughn's up, not Churio. So 2-1 Marlins. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Vaughn up with Blake Perkins on first against
What's
Ronnie
the inning?
Henriquez.
What's the inning? Sorry, Sean.
Bottom 8.
Bottom 8. Oh, okay.
So 3 outs, 3 pitches away, 3 strikes away from being 3 outs away. I would just love nothing more than Andrew Vaughn to embarrass himself on the Milwaukee Brewers. I don't have a lot of hate and vendetta, but I hate that man so much. Yeah, and Zoff makes the point, too. A lot of players were drafted as shortstops. Typically, the future MLB is the best fielder on their high school team or college team. Yes. Usually the most athletic player in high school is playing shortstop. So that's why the strategy for most teams, or at least the teams like the White Sox that haven't been drafting prep players, you know, you should be taking the 17 and 8-year-olds that play shortstop because it's likely that, you know, even if they don't make it at shortstop, they can make it at some other position. I mean, even Fernando Tatis is a great example. He wasn't even that good of a shortstop. They move him to right field and he becomes a Gold Glover. So, you know, that's just Gino kind of showing what kind of athlete he is. And David, the Cubs scored because there was a ball put in play. Horner ran to second. It drew in a rundown. Happ was at third. He baited a throw home. Caro then tried to run him back to third. Montgomery was standing in the base path. Happ trucked Montgomery. Got batter's interference. 1-1 to 2-1 to Vaughn. Perkins stole second, bottom 8. 2-1, runner on second for the Milwaukee. 2-1 count. We're in the bottom of the 8th here. Cubs lead 5-1. Ryan Brazier on the mound against Chicago's future mayor, Lenine Sosa. Vaughn hits a ground rule double. Perkins scores. 2-2 game.
Yeah, he's been
Devil's
really good
potion.
for them. That's wild.
Devil's potion.
God damn. Hi, Becky. I'm
That
Sean.
makes me. I'm gonna go have a mini cupcake.
Yeah, I need a drink. It's brutal. I that's like the one thing that I couldn't stomach. I could stomach Moncada being decent. I was hoping for a Tim Anderson renaissance. I was even hoping for Eloy Jimenez to hit homers because when they go, they're fun. I'm glad Giolito's had better results in Boston. I've loved to see Reynaldo Lopez do well as a starter in Atlanta. I know he's been shut down for most of 2025, but I love Sheets even having success in San Diego. I would really love for Vaughn to make a fool of himself. If there's one person, one former White Sox that I just do not want to see have success, it's that guy.
Man, a lot of vitriol to Andrew Vaughn, man. Holy cow. I mean,
Oh, sorry, DeMario. Ball wasn't put in play. It was a pick off attempt. No, dude. This made me sick. I saw this, and I forgot this even happened. This was when I was working back at the Score in 2021, and this was a conversation between Danny Parkins and Shane Reardon that I ended up backing Shane Reardon up on, and I just felt so stupid being able to relive it. The question was, would you trade Andrew Vaughn for 3 months of Chris Bryant if it guaranteed you a World Series? This was July 21, 2021, and I was like, Vaughn's going to lead everyone to multiple World Series. Why take the box with one World Series if you can have several World Series? So, yeah, I mean, I stupidly overrated Andrew Vaughn. I thought the second they put him at first base that he would click as just this can-do-everything hitter, and it just took him 4 years and a trip to Milwaukee to figure it out.
Yeah, I feel the same on the Sox side of things. I feel like Gordon Beckham also lived that life, but he came up and was hot. I think a lot of Sox fans were like, this guy is untouchable.
Well, no, but even then, like,
and we do that sometimes and put ourselves in a position. Now, to be very
Vaughn
fair
was
to
a
Andrew
much
Vaughn-
higher pick, though.
Yeah,
Vaughn
agreed.
was top 3.
Agreed. And Andrew Vaughn was even a lesser player than Gordon Beckham. I thought Gordon Beckham had more of a use or a version of impact.
Yeah, because he played middle infield. I mean, Vaughn couldn't even play first base. I think Vaughn was clearly a much better hitter. I don't think Gordon even had a season with an OPS plus above 100. Nice hit by Tauchman. Get down.
I remember when everybody said, who's better, Bacon or Horner?
Who?
Hawk
Bacon.
used to call him Bacon. Gordon Bacon.
Gordon Bacon. Did they align?
No, I don't think
Horner and Bacon? Oh, okay.
They sort of remind me of each other when they were drafted.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, though, is Horner's just so damn consistent. Like, that's the thing with Mydroth, I think, again, a lot of scouts, like, love that top end, and Gordon brought a lot of that top end, but, like, Chase Mydroth was the third piece of that crochet deal, and he has been our second best player this entire season. Like, Horner and Mydroth, because they can make so much contact, they give you such a high floor, and if they're able to turn that into power or steals or elite defense, then they're just so valuable.
Right, that'll be the question with Chase. They tried him in shortstop. I think he's landing more so on the second base side.
Yeah, he doesn't have an arm.
And defensively, what could that ceiling look like? I'm not saying become the best second baseman in the game, but can you be average, above average?
There you go. Yeah, boy.
Double, Bruin. Talkman ain't scoring.
No,
Now
not with that.
That's why he's not playing center field. Cubs
Well,
fans.
and
We
that's-
want to know what we should trade for.
is there something wrong with him?
Yeah,
though?
that's why he's not getting traded.
Sammys, man.
Do you not remember what happened when he would try to run home against Cleveland?
I mean,
He
I saw
came up
that.
limp.
Yeah.
Oh, that's been the entire year.
the whole year.
Yeah.
Oh, poor
So I mean,
guy,
he's
dude.
been able to hit the ball, but he cannot run. And
That's why Cubs fans
yeah,
try to get him to play center field.
No.
Don't do it.
he'll be done. I mean, like I love Mike Tauchman, and they could bring him back next year under Arb, which I'd be interested in. But like I don't think he has much trade value.
What's Lou Bob hitting?
202? 204?
I think it's gotten worse now. Let me see after today's game. 204.
Just wondering if he
It's
could be
just
an
too much for
upgrade
$7
for your
million.
Justin Turner.
He's way too much for $7 million. The Cubs, the Sox want way too much. He's too much money.
No, it would have to
And
be
the-
like,
I mean-
here you go, you can have him.
Yeah, that would be moving him to left field and then Seiya becoming your all-time DH.
No, I'd have him as a bench guy.
Yeah, you're not paying a bench guy $7 million and giving up.
Yeah, just
what
for the
Garden
rest of the season.
Resemblances.
Yeah, but
Isn't he a free agent after this?
No,
pretty
he's
good at
got
this
team
Twitter
options.
thing
Oh yeah, no, I
sometimes.
don't want that. Well, yeah, you
Well,
just cut
team
him
options,
loose.
you can cut him. But
Yeah.
again, but for what the Sox want for him, the Cubs aren't going to give up
What do they want?
that type.
Too much, apparently.
I mean, they want anything. I mean, if the Cubs were picking up to be a bench bat, they're giving up nothing.
right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, someone's going to give up something.
Nice pitch from Brazier there.
Because, I mean, you could still talk yourself into him being a starting center fielder. Him being valued as
Well,
a
or at
left
the very
field
least, a
bench
backup
bat,
plan
no.
if something,
He just needs to stay
you
away
got
from
you got
up
to be
and
ready.
out right
you
here.
have to have at least be covered for something.
Oh,
bad
God
happening,
almighty.
Too.
We got a game.
2?
I think so.
Oh wow!
Got a game right there. Up and out. What did I just say?
You know what?
Andrew
Boy, that Happ run sure looks important all of a sudden, and so does the Nico play. You've
He's
been
very
trying to
good.
trade
I was
that
just
guy.
saying,
do you want
Nico
somebody
getting
to-
caught and still somehow getting in a run.
Is Joey
getting in
muted?
a rundown.
People, okay. Yeah, no one.
Up and out.
Joey's not muted.
Don't
If you guys
do
can't
that.
hear him, that's. I don't know.
Maybe I should scream. I'll scream.
Yeah, try to yell.
Wow.
That was on purpose. We wanted him to, cool off.
Ryan
a little bit.
Brazier's been very good, too. That's unfortunate.
He's been great. Been in the circle of trust. By the way, I went over there when the Brewers tied the game, and I had not one but 2 mini Oreo cupcakes, and I thought this is going to be a rally cupcake, and then this happened. Wrong team. Should have thought to myself, these are black and white cupcakes.
So
The 8th did end. Milwaukee still tied with Miami 2-2.
Palencia up, or who are they going
I mean, did we really
I'm gonna
think?
be so
Did we
honest.
really
See who was
think the
up.
Marlins were going to sweep them in Milwaukee? Not happening.
Oh, that's frustrating, man.
This chair is so uncomfortable.
That's frustrating. Andrew Benintendi with all 4 RBIs for the White Sox today. Ugh. You gotta be bleeping me.
Yeah, you had a little room there, a little breathing room. So you thought you could run Brazier in an eighth inning. And yeah, the one mistake to honestly one of the few guys in the Sox lineup that can have that instant power like that, it still is Benintendi. He can still turn on a pitch. And he put it exactly where he likes it.
but
And he
this-
already
this
has one
year-
in the game, so it's not like we're unaware.
This year, the power stroke's been back for Benintendi, but last year it was like, dude, who is this guy? He's a shell of himself. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
He changed something this offseason, or he's more healthy this year. Yeah, I mean, because last year, guy couldn't hit the ball out of the infield.
Yeah, at this point in his career.
Sarah, our producer, yeah, it is a Sunday for the Cubs. Yeah, they don't love Sundays. It's been a tough stretch on Sundays.
We're okay. Everything's all right, Cubs fans. Everything's okay. Becky saying 5 runs is not enough. It's possible. I'm not upset with that thought. Tacking on a run and getting one of those back in the top of the 9th would not be the worst idea. I also saw in the chat it's Becky's mom's birthday tomorrow or something. Happy birthday. Oh, is it today? Happy birthday, Becky's mom. That's fun. That's fun for everyone. Hopefully she has a hot dog and she puts ketchup on it. We can say that because Sean isn't here. I put a hot dog on my ketchup. I put ketchup on my hot dog all the time. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, they're going to Palencia.
4-out save time for Daniel Palencia. 4-out save. He's down. He's been down a couple days here, so he's got a fresh arm. So I'd expect to see a couple 101s here right off the bat.
So when it comes to Vargas, you have to stay away from in and down with him. That is where he can hook the ball. It's where he can golf it. He can get it up in the air. That's a good start.
Starts out with the slider at 86. All right.
That's a good pitch. Check. You always check to the first base.
Yeah, he
That'll make the
looked like he
call.
held there. Good crowd on hand at the rate today. Doesn't look like a sellout though. There's a few empty seats out there in left field.
Yeah, last night was packed. It was hard getting into the ballpark last night.
Okay, can we
It was
talk?
a late arriving crowd. Maybe it was the 6:10
I
start.
want to talk about that at the half inning.
Yeah, maybe
wanna-
people underestimated that a little bit trying to get in, but it
No,
was.
I'll tell you what the problem is.
Yeah, please.
I'll tell you what the problem is, but we'll talk about the half inning. 1-2
Kevin,
here.
tell us what the problem is.
Doesn't have to be that way.
Got him.
There you go.
The problem is with guaranteed rate field. I like going to games there. I do. Been to a lot of Sox games the last few years. Why the hell are the old metal detectors still in place? Getting into that ballpark, dude. No,
Well,
it is
wait, so
no.
Kevin-
It is a nightmare. It is a nightmare.
Kevin, why do you think I'm defending them?
Get the new metal detectors now. So
Kevin-
you can walk in, herd people in. These lines go all the way back into the lot, and you're going to miss 3 innings.
It was crazy last night.
the new
there were a
metal
lot of
detectors,
people that were
Jerry.
ready on time
Good
to get into the
Lord.
ballpark, and I will tell you that the flow was lacking.
So
Oh.
Zoff is correct. Yes, the White Sox should hire Michael Jordan as their next manager. To this point, Kevin, I don't know if you remember the Chicago White Sox
B.
had a person get shot in the stands. They got shot with a gun. The White Sox claimed, or Jerry Reinsdorf specifically claimed, that it was a errant bullet from the red line or green line that traveled all the way into the park and somehow hit this lady directly. It shows that the White Sox do not have proper major league level security. And the reason is because it's been leaked before, part of the ownership, because Jerry Reinsdorf is a majority owner that owns 18% or whatever. One of the owners has a security company that is hired by Guaranteed Rate. So the reason why security hasn't been upgraded is because an owner's getting paid. So the fact that the White Sox can take care of their own, have a in-house security that is cheap, and make somebody else money, a minority owner money, why change it? So you are dead on the money that they absolutely could, should, and need to upgrade. This has been a long-standing complaint pre-pandemic, and it has only gotten worse post-pandemic. So I don't blame you.
Keep your security,
Bobby,
whatever, I
that was
don't
a
care.
fake. That was a poor report by Peggy Kaczynski, who
Keep
has
your-
come out and said that has not happened. No, she is not. She did not hide it in her belly fat. It was. She had a gun that was on her. We don't know how she snuck in the gun, but yes,
Keep
those
your-
two people snuck in a gun.
There's a lot that
think?
goes into the security thing outside of just the metal detector. So whatever systems, fine, keep all that. Get the new metal detectors, man. Get the new ones. I don't care if you're that company that is the security, get the new ones. Get the ones Soldier Field has them. You just walk right in, and if you have something, they pull you off to the side. Wrigley Field has them. It makes it's so much easier to get into the damn park, man. It took. We got there early on Friday, so we didn't
Amen,
have to
preach.
wait that long. But
There's also stadiums and parks that also do certain lines that address if you have a purse or if you're bringing in something into the stadium for inspection, you do get in a separate line. And if you are just trying to walk into the park as yourself, you can get into a separate line too as well. Didn't really see that last night. There's other innovative ways to do it, but it stunk.
Yeah.
It stunk. We were ready to roll.
Our
and
guy,
we were not ready to roll because like hundreds and hundreds of people could not get in the park on time.
our guy Herb Lawrence was complaining about it too. I saw we were at the same game. He goes like, it's so clear and obvious that the White Sox are just so far behind every other major league team when it comes to getting into the damn park.
And there's a true reason. You got to follow the money.
Oh, Michael Busch has 3 strikeouts today. Would like to not see him get the golden sombrero. Let's see him.
Eisert's a tough matchup too, man. He's got such a low arm slot.
What did we
strike.
find out of the 0 for 5 strikeouts? What was that called? Remember?
Oh, I don't remember. It was
Yeah, I don't
named after a
remember
guy
Oh,
specifically.
baby. 4 strikeouts for Bushy.
Linden Armstrong saying, why is Robert at DH when you have catchers that get hot? Him out there for he breaks his eyes looking at a pitch. I have no idea what you're saying. Robert has a hurt groin. That's why he's not playing center field. And they didn't originally include him in the lineup. And then they included him at DH because they're like, oh, that's a terrible look to not have this guy that we're trying to trade play in 2 games against your crosstown rivals.
And maybe in 4 days, Brooks Baldwin will be the center fielder for the Chicago White Sox.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm a team if I'd even trade for Robert at this point.
It feels like a Mets thing to do, though. You know what I mean?
I'd take him as an upgrade to Vidal Brujan.
Over Vidal
As my
Brujan?
No
backup
one's
center
looking
fielder.
at him as a backup. Besides you. Yeah, I guess it's platinum.
The platinum sombrero.
Oh, a horn. That's 6 times in a game. Joey.
Yeah.
Horn. A horn.
Horn?
Is 6 times in a game.
Okay. Bush is at 4.
Yeah. Sam Horn struck out 6 times.
2 away from the Sam Horn.
The golden sombrero is 4 strikeouts. Platinum is 5, but that's also known as the Olympic rings.
Sam Horn is 6, and 7 is I got to see you in my office because you're off the team.
7 is a red.
You're going to the minor leagues.
Dr. Professor brings up a good point. They need a line for people trying to sneak weapons in. That's a
Are you trying to
good
sneak
point.
weapons in? Head into this line, please.
If you have any weapons that you do want to keep on your people, head over to our left.
Nice bow and arrow, man.
That's our CIBC weapons. I should not actually attach a
No.
fake company, a real company to that. David Snyder saying getting much from Suzuki and Tucker. Again, I'm a White Sox fan, so maybe I'm just out of it. But I'm pretty sure those 2 players combined have like 7 WAR, which is more than like the entire White Sox as a team batting have.
If I could.
You guys are saying
There-
Suzuki, Swanson, Bush all having 3 Ks. It's because Grant Taylor, Sean Burke, and
Yeah.
who was the other guy?
Well, they brought in Alexander.
Oh, he's not sick. But the first 2 guys are sick.
and then they brought in Batman, and now it's Isert. All right.
1, 2, 3.
My only little quibble with Seiya from time to time is I think he's so talented. The quality of at bats in sometimes 2 to 3 game stretches just leaves a little bit to be desired.
Yeah, Becky chimes in and says, "Seiya sucks."
I'm not going to go that far. Becky. I do think last year he was the most talented hitter on the Chicago Cubs. This year he's the 2nd most talented hitter on the Chicago Cubs, minus Tucker. I'm not saying the best. I'm saying just pure talent, what I think that he's capable of. And sometimes there are certain at bats that there's a feebleness to it that I find a little surprising for someone of his talent.
Here's the thing: is like I don't want to overreact to a Cubs game because it's not my place. But this is a real nasty game if they somehow lose. Again, they
this
still have
is an important
they still
3
have a
outs.
lead. Oh, they still have a lead here. But like, if you even let this go to 10 with this important of a series coming up, that's a real disgusting look.
Yeah, if you were to lose 2 out of 3 to the Royals and White Sox before you face the Brewers, and you'd be probably down a game, be a bad look.
Yeah, you
Real
lose
bad
2 or
luck.
3 to the Royals, you give up 20 runs in that series to a team that scored the
Palencia is
2nd
gonna
least
close this
amount.
down.
Yeah.
Sorry, want to update. Bases loaded for the Brewers. 1 out, bottom 9. 2-2 game. Perkins is up.
Good grief.
Those
So,
restaurants
just
still
to add
exist,
on to it.
Perkins? Does that exist still?
I think Perkins still exists, but it's only in Iowa.
Did
that's-
Tiger Woods close those down?
that what-
Those are breakfast plays?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a diner.
Perkins.
It was like an all-day diner.
Tiger met one of his girlfriends.
Only time I went there
I think.
was for,
Went for romance.
What about
instead of
Perkins?
pancakes?
South
Does
Dakota.
it still exist?
Oh yeah,
Iowa.
lots of them in Wisconsin. Love Perkins.
Oh, so that ball wasn't in play. They were on 1st and 2nd, and he rounded 3rd.
Yeah. So again,
That's a crazy play.
another.
I
it's-
was not
it's-
watching. Thank you for whoever said that ball wasn't in play.
It's tiny
It was
thing, but
DeMario.
again, Nico stayed alive in the rundown to even make it a threat where you had to now throw it to 3rd to Ian Happ, and he stayed in it just long enough.
So
Sometimes
was
it's that
originally
second.
a base running error by Happ?
no.
It's
Oh,
tough.
to round 3rd?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, tough, right? I mean, I guess you are asking a lot from Nico there because how many back and forths can you really get out of? I think they teach if you do a rundown, you got to try and get that locked up in about
101.
2 to 3 throws. And anything over that, you're asking for real trouble. And I think Nico was able to delay and buy that time. And, yeah, maybe rounding 3rd wasn't the best move by Happ,
Ooh.
but
Marlins just got 2 favorable calls on the inside. 2-2 count to Blake Perkins, 1 out, bases loaded. Tied game.
I'm dying to see if Daniel Palencia can strike out Edgar Caro, a guy who does not easily strike out. He is hitting left-handed, but
And especially against velocity. I mean, the one thing that Caro does well is make contact, but against 101, he doesn't have power and this is a real tough matchup for him. is all I should say. 3-2 count. Will the Marlins walk home the winning run? Gibson versus Perkins, a marquee matchup versus
Be a very
Milwaukee and
annoying
Miami.
way for the
Bob?
Brewers to win.
Bob Gibson on
no.
the mound. I feel pretty good about it.
It's
All right.
Cade Gibson.
Oh, then I don't feel as good.
Niren says game Bruins, or game Brewers. Has not updated on ESPN.
Brewers
Lance
won
is
on
grounded. Yep.
on a walk-off.
Perkins hits a single to center, like dead center. It looks like it was a complete bomb, or it could have been a homer. 3-2. Brewers win. They improved to 62-43 on the season.
Holy moly.
So this is
Them
a
and the
game-
Blue Jays, huh?
2 important outs here for the Cubbies.
And this is probably the most important out. A guy who's,
Yeah, I mean a guy that could turn around 100.
yes.
Oh, they start him off with a nasty slider.
And in this matchup, will Palencia challenge four
Yes,
seam
he has to.
upstairs though?
Well, he's got to go upstairs because if he misses, oh wow, he still just goes back to the slider. If he doesn't go upstairs, I mean, if he leaves it middle, that's what Colson will hit.
Right.
He's got to throw it at the letters. Or I mean, even what I do in MLB The Show is I aim for the catcher's where he views out of the catcher's mask to where it's even above the letters.
Yeah.
Just because you just want to get a guy to swing under something.
Now, does he bury one or does he
just-
go up and out?
You throw the 100-mile-per-hour
Yeah.
slider or the
Tri-
100-mile-per-hour fastball.
Triple up the rookie. Why not?
I mean, they think it looks like they're going slider. Oh!
Triple up the
Did he get up?
rookie.
Ah!
No.
In
Got
front of
it
it.
in on him.
We don't
We
have
got
the
two
sound out,
down
so I
here.
have no idea what that was, but yeah, that was
He was still a little buzzed from that run-in with Happer.
that was a
Standing on the tracks when the Happ train was coming through.
That's an iffy pitch, though. I mean, that's a breaker up and in that I think he was looking for a breaker in that moment. You want that pitch down, and you left it up.
That was a rookie dare me, I dare you moment. And yeah, he
Not
got
the guy
in
you
on
want
him.
up, though, if you're the Cubs. I understand it's.
What's going on here?
Oh, did you hit him?
I
No! Palencia, you bum!
That
You
hit
need
him?
to trade him!
protect Southside Son.
need to trade him.
Protect him at all
They're gonna, I
costs.
mean,
Come
they're
on!
gonna
Oh,
look at this
no.
one. Oh, it did get him.
Didn't
Okay.
hit him.
Didn't hit him.
No.
Go steal. Go steal second base. Yeah, it absolutely.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Hit him
Twice.
twice. Hit him on the arm and the
Did you get
shoulder.
a double for that if you hit
Yeah,
it in
you
two
should,
places?
right?
Right off the inside of the forearm.
Oh, that's a
Wow.
good place. Honestly, though,
HBPP
that's
is the
probably
official
the best
scoring.
place to get hit.
Yeah, they're
if
gonna
he's,
have
if
to
he's
mend-
hit up a little bit more, that breaks his
They're
wrist.
going to have to mend fences on that when he becomes the Cubs' backup center fielder.
Stop it.
Palencia, Luis Robert, embrace in the locker room. No hard feelings.
Right face.
Here comes the mayor.
Not what you
Hey,
wanted to.
This is the one guy that could turn on velocity
Caleb
too. He
Gilliam
had
now.
he had a homer off of Suarez of the Padres last year. Oh,
Go ahead,
Boy,
run at the
I
plate.
got to tell you, if the guy who had the base running blunder hits a walk-off, I'm going to throw up.
I'm also going to throw up, but for pure joy. Do you need a description, Joey?
Yeah, let's do
Boy,
it.
that's a...
Oh, okay, I'll type it up. Oh, that's a fat pitch that you're wasting, Sosa.
We're good on everything else.
By the way, we will have a separate Cubs and Sox post-game show right after this. Sean will get booted to Studio B, and we will take over the main studio.
Separate these two. Yes, upstairs.
I mean, just throw it again. He has
Yeah,
no discipline.
1 and 2
Just
count.
throw it up and out of the zone. and
on
he will
your
swing
feet.
at it.
Cubs Sox concluding its civic rivalry for the season, perhaps with this pitch.
Oh, left it in the
You
zone.
got it out, yeah.
Got to get that up.
Dodgers look like they might lose 2 out of 3 to the Red Sox. Dodgers are just struggling right now. Still don't want to face them.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the two teams that were atop of baseball for the most of the year, the Tigers and the Dodgers, both really going through it right now. The Tigers
That's
are
why I
losing
like-
a lot of games.
Yeah. I know it hasn't been a great stretch.
That'll
for
do
the
it.
Cubs, but
Cubs win.
Cubs take 5 of 6 from the Chicago White Sox in 2025.
yeah, thanks for watching the. Coming up next, the post-game show. We'll drink from the chalice.
Sorry, I was here.
The house chalice.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for tuning in. Be sure to tune in for the White Sox post-game show in Studio B, of course, and then the Cubs show. Luke and I will take you home and talk about some trade stuff. We'll talk about winning this series. We'll talk about those stinking Brewers, a lot more. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Well, and
Appreciate
to that
it.
point, have both shows up in 2 tabs,
Oh,
like
yeah,
both of them.
that's nice. That's a good point.
We'll see you in a bit.
We all silly like the mayor.